Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. Live rugby for the All Blacks is here. We are facing Tonga in this match. It is going to be very exciting. We have just witnessed the Maori All Blacks taking on Samoa. They were able to get the win. The All Blacks will be wanting to do the same up against Tonga here. I am extremely excited. The first time we're going to see either Tonga or the All Blacks in action for 2021 since Tonga's World Cup. We haven't actually seen them play too many games at all, so it is going to be awesome to see. They are going to have a lot of debutants in their side, which we are going to be looking through in the build-up to the match that is going to be kicking off in about 20 minutes' time. But I do appreciate you all being here extremely early for this one. And yeah, hopefully, if you do enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Tonga is going to win. Says Tristan as well in the chat. Come on, boys. Let's put on a clinic as well from Smithy Toilet and also up the red as well as Matiaki. And David had said, yeah, bro, as well. But at this stage, I'm excited to see what they can do in this match. Tonga, they have got a lot of young players in that side, a lot of players on debut, but if there's one thing for sure that we know about these island nations, they love to play rugby and they love playing that physical rugby that can cause some sides a bit of an issue. They're talking to Kieran Reid at the moment. He would have played a fair bit of rugby up against some of these sides such as Tonga and Samoa. We have us got in there. Who are you going for, Hamish? Says Kiwi Lads rules. I am from New Zealand, so I should be back in the All Blacks, but I feel like I still want to see Tonga have a very good performance here because Samoa at this stage, even though they lost their game to the Maori All Blacks, or they lost the 2 in a row, they have got a game next week up against Tonga, and that is going to be the Rugby World Cup qualifying match. So it's one of those ones that you want to see both sides going into that match in form so that you can then witness some very good rugby between the sides, and that's going to be the match that's on just before the All Blacks taking on Fiji as well. So it's going to be another exciting contest to be able to witness with the rugby that is going to be happening throughout July. I yeet as well, says Scrumlass. Yeah, at this stage, I'm excited to see what is going to be happening in this matchup. I will show the lineups for you guys who are here very early. And at this stage, they are still warming up. It is currently 19 minutes away from the kickoff being made. We will look at, can't speak too excited. We will look at the All Blacks first. And they have gone with a pretty solid lineup indeed. In the front row, Carl Tuanukiafi, the experienced Dane Coles, and then Angus Tava. Now, Dane Coles was rumoured that maybe he would get a chance to possibly lead a bit of the haka, maybe, depending on how it goes. Then in the lock pairing, you've got Scott Barrett and you've got Sam Whitelock. This man here, he loves himself a Barrett, and he has gone with Scott in that number 4 jersey, and I think that is what a few people were predicting as well. Then the loose forward trio is going to be an exciting one. Number 6, Akira Ioane. Number 7, Dalton Pauli, both playing extremely good rugby for the Blues recently. And then number 8 is going to be Luke Jacobson for the Chiefs, who has been having a very good Super Rugby Trans-Tasman season as well. Then we look at 9, it is going to be Brad Weber for this one, resting Aaron Smith, possibly saving him for those matches up against Fiji. Number 10, they have gone with Richie Mo'unga. It was debated. Is it going to be Geordie Barrett? No, sorry. Is it going to be Bowden Barrett? Or is it going to be Mo'unga? They have gone with Mo'unga in this one with Barrett off the bench. Then we look at the wingers. George Bridge, Will Jordan, 2 Crusaders players, 2 players with pace to burn. They are going to be dangerous out on that wing with the back line that the All Blacks have chosen here with Quinn Tupaia and Rieko Ioane in those 2 midfield roles. It's going to be dangerous. That pace is going to be explosive in the back line. Then you've got D-Mac, the clutch king, Damian McKenzie at the back to close out the starting lineup for the All Blacks. We have also got in the chat, welcome back, mate, says Biddy, and welcome back to you too. And we have also got loves himself a Barrett. He does indeed. And we have also got in there Dane Coles should have been benched because of his lack of discipline. Yeah, he's going to get fired up in this game, I have a feeling, up against Tonga. He's just one of those players. He loves a bit of the niggle that goes on in these games, loves a bit of push and shove, and it's going to be interesting to see whether or not that does factor into the match. That's the other thing. Scott Barrett also known for giving away maybe a few too many easy penalties throughout this time of last year when they did play as well. Coles doesn't need a game time. Moore does here. Hopefully they swap him at halftime. We will look at the benches in a very short moment, but first of all, we will look at this Tongan lineup now. As you can see, there aren't too many players who have got caps under their belt. We have got in the front row, Duke Nyini, I believe, is somewhere around the pronunciation there on debut. Sam Molly also on debut, and then they have got Sila Puafisi, who is going to be closing out that front row. Tell you what, I'm having a shocker at the moment. Don Lotto, also debutant, and then Zane Capelli played for the Chiefs, had a very decent season off the bench as well for them when he did get the chance. I remember in that final Fortunately for the man, he ended up getting a bleeding nose, and I remember just the amount of blood that was pouring out of his nose during the national anthem. But yeah, he will be hoping to have a good performance here. Then you look at the loose forward trio. You've got Kafatola, Funaki, and Tui Pelotu all on debut for Tonga. This is a young, inexperienced side for Tonga, but it's one of those ones that sometimes the youngest players are the hungriest to be able to try and get themselves into that starting lineup for their side. So yeah, it's going to be exciting to see whether or not they will be able to do so. Then you've got Takalua, the captain, at number 9. He will be having to have a good performance in this one. Then you've got Hala, who is going to be playing 10. Latu out on the left wing. Salmaki out on the right. 2 men in the centres on debut. Fulakai and also Anisi. And then at the back, it's going to be James Fiver. So yeah, Tonga at this stage, I feel like they need to start this match fast, but they need to make sure that they don't end up gassing themselves out at the same time. But they have got a few players on the bench as well. For some reason, it only has one missing player, and that is the man in the number 18 jersey, which in this one is Tal Kaloamatangi. I believe is the pronunciation, or somewhere around there. Got to hope the Warriors' bad luck doesn't rub off on the ABs, says David as well. And yeah, it's going to be interesting. Of course, they are at where the Warriors would normally play, Mount Smart Stadium. So I wonder if that will have a bit of an effect there. Let's go ABs, says Cheryl. And also we have got in there, I agree with you, says Tristan. And go All Blacks, says Diane Simpson. Yeah, it's going to be exciting to see the All Blacks in action for the first time in a very long time. It's been since the Tri-Nations last year. The last win for them was the game up against Argentina, and they were able to get that win comfortably. But of course, the time before that, the Pumas were able to get their first upset win over the All Blacks as well. But we will look at the benches here. You've got Amua, you've got Bauer, Lomax. I'm looking forward to seeing the Bulldozer Asafa Amua running over the top of some Tongan players. The experienced Patrick Tui Pelotu, he has had a good season for the Blues, deserves that spot on the bench as well. No sign of Brodie Retallick yet at this stage. Ethan Blackadder going to be on debut for the All Blacks as well. Finley Christie getting the chance in the number 21 jersey. Like I mentioned, Aaron Smith going to be rested completely for this match. Then you've got the 2 Barrett brothers, Bowden Barrett and also Geordie Barrett. Going to be very interesting to see when they bring those men on and where they go. Geordie Barrett, they may even try out on the wing, replacing Will Jordan perhaps, depending on how it goes. My cat at the moment is scratching a chair. That is unfortunate because I don't know what he wants. I fed him just before this live stream as well. Where to watch says Lawrence as well. I think for free there isn't really any options out there, unfortunately, I don't believe. But if you've got a Sky subscription, you've got Sky. If you're in Australia, I think Stan Sports and KO and also Rugby Pass might have the game also. You can see my cat there in the background. What are you on about? What's going on? The rugby's about to start. He normally sits on my lap for the rugby, but I'm not sure what he's up to today. He's been making a bit of noise. You can just see his face there. But the Tongan bench, they have got a few names on there as well. Viliami Taulani, sorry. I am looking forward to getting to see play. And also Nasi Manu, a familiar face for some Tongan fans there at the pub as well, says George. And also Bodie is a genuine star. My star as well, says Tristan. So yeah, maybe he will get a bit of game time as well for the All Blacks here when they do face off with Tonga. I'm excited for this one. At this stage, we are only around 10 minutes away from kickoff. Do let me know in that poll as well that I did start in the chat. Did I start one in the chat? I swear I did, but it doesn't seem to be there at the moment. I had a poll going and it was going to be how many tries were going to be scored in this match. I might have to quickly create it again, but at this stage, they are showing the changing rooms. It's looking like a pretty packed house for this match so far. And we will quickly, how many tries will the All Blacks, who are playing in this one, very exciting stuff, All Blacks score in the match? I feel like my typing's very slow now that I do it on camera. It always feels like I'm going in slow motion for it, but I am quickly creating some options for you guys to be able to pick how many tries do you think the All Blacks will be scoring in this match. Now, I feel bad, but I am going to have it that there isn't the option of having none. I think they are going to score at least one in this match, the All Blacks. Do let me know here. We've got 1 to 3, 4 to 6, 7 to 9, and then 10 plus as well. And we always got a link to watch online, says Lawrence. I am actually watching it through Sky Go, so I don't actually have a link for that. Sorry, Lawrence. And we have, I assume that is Lawrence. Anyway, and we also got there Will Jordan for a hat trick. Maybe he could do 15,000 fans to be expected, they said on the news. And I hope they can get every single one of them there, because this match, I feel, could be a very exciting one indeed. Like these two sides, it's going to be hard hitting. It's going to be a battle out on that field, and there is going to be nothing left at the end of it for these two sides, I don't think. and it's just going to be interesting to see when they decide to go to those benches and whatnot. So at this stage, 7 to 9 and also 1 to 10 seems to be the most popular for who is, or the amount of tries, sorry, that are going to be scored in this one. My cat is once again meowing. He is sitting on a cardboard box at the moment. It's weird. He looks happy at the moment, but he is still meowing at the same time. Last 3 results were in the Rugby World Cup for Tonga, losing to Argentina 28-12, almost winning against France 21-23, but just missing out, and then winning against the USA. But Manu Samoa, the next 2 weeks are going to be the opponents of Tonga, Rugby World Cup qualifiers. Whoever wins that will make it through. We have also got there. They are not going to win the game. As well, says Brandon, is that the All Blacks aren't going to win or Tonga aren't going to win? Are you doing all-nighters of games? Heaps of rugby on, says George Polo. I hope I can, but I am running off about 5 hours of sleep at the moment because I decided to stay up very late to watch the Springboks play, and I was editing right up to the point of kickoff for that one. Hopefully Tonga may hold it down as well, says Smithy Toilet. Yeah, hopefully we do get to see a good performance from this young Tongan side, but they are running out at the moment. We are probably only around 5 to 10 minutes away from the kickoff being taken, and yeah, hopefully it is a very exciting match between these 2 sides. But do let me know your score predictions in the chat as well. Tonga is not going to win as well, says Brandon, and Bodie has a really nice BBC as well. Tonga going to pull off a major upset, says Honest Opinion. If they score 100 plus, does Fozzie keep his job, says Fernando. I feel like it's going to be an interesting one. We saw the match midweek for the Ramfurly Shield. It was between North Otago and Hawke's Bay, and Hawke's Bay were actually able to score around 85 points in that game. And the reason I'm referencing that is my mum actually said to me at the time when we were watching, she said that she has a feeling that that could be how it goes in this match as well, that it could end up with the All Blacks just ending up just try after try. They were going very well there, Hawke's Bay, keeping that shield as well. Richie Moonga really got to play or come play for Tonga as well, says Honest Opinion, and go Tonga, says David. But they are running out for the first time of 2021, and the crowd are electric at the moment. They are hoping for a big match here between these 2 sides. And at this stage, we are only around 5 to 10 minutes away from kickoff. Wait, is Richie Mo'unga Tongan or Samoan? As well, says Honest Opinion, I'm not too sure, unfortunately, but they are showing Quintu Pai. He is going to be on debut for the All Blacks here. I will show the lineups once again for you guys, so you can see exactly who's going to be playing. We have got Damian McKenzie in the number 15 jersey. It will be interesting to see how he goes. He has been called the Clutch King. He is chatting with Will Jordan, who, of course, is a very quick individual, and the ball just sticks to him like it's a magnet, Will Jordan. So I feel like that is going to be possibly a dangerous combo in this match. Bowden Barrett going to be coming off the bench. They are showing him at the moment. Also, his brother Geordie off the bench as well. But Scott Barrett is going to be in that starting lineup for the All Blacks, getting an opportunity at lock. And we will have to wait and see what he can do. But at this stage, national anthems are about to take place. But that is the starting lineup of the All Blacks. Looking at Tonga once again, they have got a lot of players who are young. They are hungry to try and make a big impact in this game for Tonga. At this stage, they have got a total of around 9 players on debut in the starting lineup. And at the moment, they are singing the Tongan national anthem. So we are only probably around, I'd say 10 minutes. No, 10 minutes might be too long, but we are going to get to see the Hakas. And I feel like that is one moment in these games that people look forward to, is being able to get to see these sides fired up as well. And we have also got, what is the weather? It looks decent so far. The game was played at the same location for Mount Smart Stadium. It is being played. That was a weird sentence. But the Auckland, it's looking not too bad at the moment. Feel like it will be possibly a little bit chilly, of course, since it is winter. It's currently 1 degree here where I am, but I am a few hours down the road, that is for sure. And also a plane ride is involved as well. We have got Go Tonga, Go Tonga, Go Tonga from David, and also sing the national anthem with Pro Fellas Golf to defend New Zealand as well, says Smithy. I would if I could sing, but I can't actually sing to save myself, unfortunately. We have got hi from Shadow Ninja Ghost. Welcome in. G'day from James Gordon as well. Thank you very much for tuning in, mate. Hugely appreciated you guys all being here this early for this match between the All Blacks and Tonga. The national anthem of Tonga has been sung. The next one is going to be the All Blacks, and then we are ready to go in this match after the Hakas. And it is the big question, who is going to lead the Haka for the All Blacks here? We will have to wait and see. But while the national anthem is going for New Zealand, we will talk a little bit about the New Zealand side that are going to be playing here. You got Quintu Pai, who is on debut. Also, I am glad to see the man in the number 13 jersey alongside Quintu Pai, Rico Ioane. I know people want to see him on the wing, but I think this combination with him at with him at 12 and then also at 13 with, my cat is still making noise. I'm not sure why. he's getting old, and he kind of just makes a heap of noise for fun at this stage. I think he was saying that his chair's cold because he's kind of looking at me like, why aren't you sitting on this chair? It is a bit chilly. But at this stage, that combo in the midfield, I feel like Quintal Byers' pace running at the line alongside that hard-hitting physical rugby that he plays with Rieko Ioane, going to be exciting. And definitely with Mo'unga, Will Jordan, George Bridge, all the Crusaders going to be linking up in this one as well. And I can't wait for it. And then also at this stage, there is my cat. He has moved over to that chair as well. We have got there in the chat beautiful anthems from Tonga and New Zealand. They sound very nice. It's D-Mac playing Seskobe. He is indeed. A lot of people thought he was suspended, but he is going to be playing 15 for this match here. Will you be up for Japan versus Ireland later, Hamish? I hope so, but I may end up falling asleep beforehand singing Anthem with Pride, Hamish, brother, as well. I feel like I always end up reading that, and then it's always on the last line, but they are at the New Zealand stage. Where's Kieran? He is lying down in the background there next to the cat. He's collapsed at this stage, Kieran Reid, but we have also got there working on it, and in New Zealand we stand up for the anthem, says Ben. We do indeed. I feel like I should be standing at the moment for the haka, though. I want to talk you guys through the haka, but I feel like it's one of those ones I'd also want to watch it at the same time in silence maybe, but we have also got in there, this is a big game, says David. It is indeed, and David also says, hi, Billy. Welcome in to the live stream, Billy. He always finds a way of being just in the corner. I have found it throughout these live streams. He always sneaks his way into them. I think he loves the camera deep down. We have got, hey, mate, from Uncle Bill's. Welcome in, mate. Thank you very much for tuning in. But yeah, Tonga here, they want to try and find a way of building some momentum heading into the match next week up against Tonga. Can't wait to see a tier or AB or Kira Ioane, sorry, tearing it up at this stage. Yeah, it's going to be exciting seeing him at 6. And Dalton Pavali, those two kind of work quite well together as well. So I feel like that's going to be a pretty awesome combo. Dalton Pavali, though, I have a feeling, I don't know why, I feel like he's getting injured in this game. It's just deep in my mind that maybe he is going to end up getting injured in this one, and I really hope I'm wrong. Lay down the challenge now, boys. Hashtag back black as well. You can hear the crowd cheering. It is time for the haka for the first time this year. Oh, I'm hyped. I've almost got goosebumps, and not just because it's 1 degree at the moment where I live, but now it looks like the Tongan side are going to be leading their haka first, are they? Getting into a triangle formation by the looks of it. I am hyped for this game. There's going to be 100-0 to New Zealand. I don't know whether that's going to be the case. I think they're going to score a few times. But this Tongan side, the young passion that these guys will be showing. I nearly left home because my family has AirPods and I don't. As us is more cake. It's an interesting reason to leave home there. They are showing Nasi Manu at the moment, I will mention as well. He will be hoping to have a decent performance here. But Tonga going first for the haka, laying down the challenge to the mighty All Blacks. And these boys look ready for a big match as well, being led there by Sonatane Tokalua, the captain. He's looking fired up, punching the ground. Oh, this is nice stuff. If Tonga lose, the coach said, if we lose, God, still got us, and no matter what, we tried our best. See, that's the thing. It's one of those ones, they aren't expected to win, which is what will make it so great if they have a brilliant performance. Because of the fact that, like, people are they're saying Tonga have no chance, and I hope they find some way of getting over the try line a few times. This haka is very intense as well from Tonga. That's going to be a blowout, says Mr. Cool Guy as well. And if you haven't already, be sure to vote in that poll how many points you think that how many tries the All Blacks are going to score in this one, in your guys' opinion. At the moment, I am having a look, and at the moment, 52 votes and 46% have said that they're going to score 10 plus tries in this one. What is Tribe? Says more cake. It is a New Zealand app that kind of shows you live scoreboards. Oh, Dane Coles is leading the haka. People were wondering who it's going to be. What is the score? Says Marlo Yonkers. It hasn't quite kicked off. The haka of the All Blacks is going on at the moment, but straight after this, we will be at kickoff. The format is Whitelock at the front, and then I believe it is 2 Ioanes behind him as well. But Dane Cole's the man who has been given the green light to be able to lead it. And the boys are looking fired up at the moment. Tonga are walking forward. They are laying down the challenge. I am actually so hyped for this game. They haven't started kickoff at 7:05. It is indeed. And at this stage, Tonga marching up to the halfway line. They are not taking a backward step. The haka has been complete. The All Blacks are ready to go, and so are we. 1 minute left, says David. It is indeed. I'm going to adjust my headset because of the fact that my hair looks like I don't know what it is. There we go. We're flat. Oh, that looks worse. I don't normally worry about my ear, but that looks terrible at the moment. I will just leave it though. Let's go, says Scrum Lass. And also go New Zealand, says Mr. Cool Guy, Tonga, 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 says David. But the passion being shown, Dane Cole's leading the haka. We are ready to go, boys. It is time for some New Zealand versus Tonga rugby here. We will wait and see who is going to be able to have the first impact in this match. Do let me know, actually, who you think is going to be the first try scorer in this game. They are saying that they think all of these guys out on the field are ready for it. We will put the scoreboard up. I will keep you guys informed about the time throughout the match as well, so that you know exactly what is going to be happening. 100-0 to the All Blacks. That has been a prediction that we've seen quite a bit throughout this one. ABs 56, 14 to Tonga, Tristan says, and also 55-9 says that was Mr. Cool Guy. Ben O'Keefe in charge, Paul Williams, Ben Pickerel, and Glenn Newman. Of course, a couple of those guys were actually assistant referees for the last match as well. But Ben O'Keefe will have the whistle for this one. The All Blacks will be kicking off, going left to right, and international rugby is back for the All Blacks here. So proud of my large All Black sons as well. Says Scrum Lass, and also, do you want to see related? What do you want to see related to rugby? Related? I'm not too sure what you mean, Brandon. You may have to explain it a little bit more. Hearty haka as well. It was indeed. Their kickoff is happening. The All Blacks are about to be underway. We're at Mount Smart Stadium. Goosebumps. The atmosphere is electric. Richie Mo'unga kicks off for the All Blacks, and Tonga will be receiving, taking nicely there by Latu, dragging it down just outside of the 22. For Tonga now, going to use their big forwards, trying to create the angle for the kick. The All Blacks will be wanting to defend well, and it's going back now, and it's going to be kicked high into the sky by Hala. It's gone extremely high. Who wants it? Richie Mo'unga taking it beautifully there, 40 metres out from the Tongan line. Counter ruck, but Akira Ioane's now got ball in hand, dragged down by the number 9 for Tonga now. Brad Weber going to Damien McKenzie. I said his name weird, but Sam Whitelock now dragged down by Zane Capelli now. Brad Weber going to Mo'unga. Sounds a bit of a dummy. Rieko Ioane, little offload on the inside to Jacobson with the fend on the number 12. Running hard, Jacobson. Just outside of the 22 now. Brad Weber going short side. Goes to Quinn Tupuaia, who is tackled hard as well. At this stage, Tonga need to make sure they keep this defence up. They don't want to let the All Blacks break the line straight away. Brad Weber goes to Mo'unga now. Whitelock fires it back. Or frees the arms there. Now it's going to be Damien McKenzie. Men on the outside. Fires it wide. George Bridge stepping. He's rolling. He's only a metre short now, George Bridge. And Tonga are under a huge amount of pressure. And Damien McKenzie may have just scored the opening try of this match. He thinks he has. Damien McKenzie went short side. Round the side of the ruck. Could be try time here. And we also got in there number 10 first try. What's popping as well, says Henry. At the moment, I am hyped for this match that we are witnessing between the All Blacks and Tonga. And at this stage, I believe Damien McKenzie was able to get that one down. And it is only in the first minute of this match as well. Jacobson with a great carry, making the All Blacks meters. Then from there, Mo'unga went to Whitelock. Little offload from Rieko Ioane. Lovely play from Dane Coles to Damien McKenzie. Then it was out to George Bridge. Rolling forward. Damien McKenzie, he saw the opportunity short side. Got Brad Weber to pass on the ball. And it is try time out there for D-Mac, the Clutch King, scoring the try. And the All Blacks take the lead early on in this match up against Tonga. We've also got in there, let's go, says there's a D-Mac as well. Bloody hell, George Bridge is bad, he says. So hopefully he has a decent game in this one. I believe last time the All Blacks played Tonga, he actually had a very decent game, if I'm not wrong, which it could be. I am often wrong indeed, but Richie Mo'unga now with a hard kick from the sideline here, going to be trying to create the angle for this one and hoping he can get it over at this stage. For his test career, 80.7% accuracy. A lot of people asking the question, is he going to be able to pull off what he does in the provincial competition and also the Super Rugby? Twinkle Toes McKenzie, yeah, he's a talented player. Damien McKenzie, indeed. And what's the score? Or what score do you think it will be? I think the All Blacks are definitely scoring 50 points. It's just how many Tonga get. I want to see them get at least one try, but we will have to wait and see. We have got Bula Vanaka watching from Suva Fiji, just going away to the left there. Damien McKenzie. It was Richie Mo'unga who did take that kick. I just pumped out my tooth. How do you pump out a tooth more cake? Do let me know. But 5-0 at the moment for the All Blacks up against Tonga. Good start to the match for them. Whitelock now. They are showing he is the captain. He will be a happy man at the moment for the All Blacks to try and possibly get them a huge win here over Tonga. But Tonga aren't going to give up. It is early on, but we will have to wait and see. Taken nicely by Will Jordan. Off the long kick-off. Quinn Tupuaia runs straight at the line. Hit hard by Molly there for Tonga. Playing half back, Weber goes back now, Moonga. Akira Ioane on the outside, nice wide ball into the hands of George Bridge. Now Rico Ioane possibly running ahead of the kicker a little bit, so that's an interesting tactic. But now it's going to be in the hands of Tonga, kicking it for touch here. And it's taken nicely by Will Jordan, but he runs it into touch. No, did he take the mark? Yes, he took the mark there. I thought for a second he waited a little bit too long to mark it. But he is going to be kicking this one downfield. Will Jordan, he's got a long boot on him, kicking it down the middle of the field. It's found the grass as well, just outside of the 22 of Tonga now. Returning fire was Fiver there. Going extremely high, taken nicely by Mwanga once again, and he's looking like already he's going to have a very good game. Quinton Power on the inside, able to find the offload back to Sam Whitelock now. Jacobson, the All Blacks are just playing fast-paced rugby at the moment. Little offload to Dalton Pavali, and that's going to be the try for Dalton Pavali between the posts. And that is a second one in this match already. Another try is the comment that's going to be converted as well. Oh, that was well done there by the All Blacks. Once again, it was just offload after offload, and it is very hard to defend it when that is the case. I'm going to have to write in Damian McKenzie for the last one, but it was a nice offload from Quinton Power. Went to Sam Whitelock, little offload out the back to Jacobson. From his back, ended up offloaded. Babali breaks the tackle of Hala, and he gets over the line. Right, we will update this very quickly, and we will add that name, Dalton Babali. I'm glad to see he has got a try at international level. He has had a phenomenal Super Rugby Trans-Tasman season, just breaking tackles for fun, stealing the ball in the breakdown for fun as well. Dalton Babali, and now he has scored that one straight over, and the score is now 12-0 to the All Blacks over Tonga after only the first 5 minutes. ABs on fire, my goodness. As well says Scrum last year, they are going quick. I like pickles. As well says Janaea Rose. Hopefully I've pronounced that correctly. But I will mention, if you are new, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Also leave a like on this live stream. Let's see if we can get to 100 likes for the first match of this All Black season. And yeah, if you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button as well. Going to be kicked off once again here. Going long. They've gone very long there. Claiming that one 5 meters out from his own line. Richie Mwanga. And he has kicked that one down the middle of the field, deciding not to go for touch there. Going to be taken by Favour now. Little bit of a counter kick, trying to find his way through, but it is going to be taken nicely by Will Jordan just outside of the 22. And he's done the step there, Will Jordan, trying to link up, but he has been tackled hard by, it was the man in the number 9 jersey, Takalua. Now, Dalton Pavali once again getting another carry, and that's the thing. The players who have a good performance in this one. Oh, it's a nice offload. Rico Ioane up the back line. George Bridge, he's got pace. He's going to be ankle tap. Brad Weaver on the inside. That's going to be a third try for the All Blacks. After 6 minutes, I feel bad. I feel bad for Tonga now. I felt like at the start I was very hyped up, but now it's all of a sudden starting to get real. The All Blacks are on fire, and they are looking to put on that hundy. We'll add that name once again. I'm going to be busy adding names to the list by the looks of it, but everyone is trying to get themselves a try out to George Bridge. Just quick enough to miss the ankle tap of Falakai. And Falakai, hopefully it's pronounced correctly, and then Brad Weaver on the inside gets that ball, and now we will add his try in the 6th minute of this match. At this stage, Tongan tries not applicable, but they are on absolutely on fire here, the All Blacks at the moment. They are hoping to put on that 100. Like I mentioned, Richie Mwanga is going to be taking this one, still taking his time with this kick, wants to make sure that he can line it up very nicely. But at this stage, they are saying it's the worst start for Tonga here. I think I have got that wrong. There we go. We will put that so that it is scrolling across the bottom. There we go. And the try scorers are getting added to the list. Is there any video tomorrow? As well, says Brandon. Or it depends. I think we might have a live stream a little bit later on. How old's Billy? He is actually, I think, around 18 years old in human years. He is actually very getting up there in terms of his age. But at this stage, he's still going strong. He kind of just sleeps at this stage, to be honest, to show the game. Says Jessica, if I was to do that, the live stream would get taken down within like the first few seconds, and we would be banned from live streaming for 3 months. But Tupai now has got this ball just outside of the 22 now. Brad Weaver fires it back now to Scott Barrett now. It's Moonga looking for the options, almost an intercept there, but it is going to be knocked down. Damian McKenzie got the ball just outside of the 22, or just inside of it, and now he's going down the wing. Damian McKenzie getting it hard. He's still going little offload to Akira Ioane. And they are playing this game with pace here, the ABs. Brad Weaver goes back to Inoki Afi, getting his first carry of the match, hit hard in the tackle by the number 3 for Tonga. Going back now. Going to be out the back line. Will Jordan now finding the gap. He's got plenty of pace. Will Jordan. He's deciding who to go to. He goes to Quinton Pye now, who is putting in the hard yards, trying to drive forward for the All Blacks. All over the ball there with Salmaki, but he wasn't able to get it. Dane Cole's short side goes to Will Jordan. And it's a try in the 8th minute now. At this stage, it is going quick at this stage for the All Blacks. That is another one. We will add Will Jordan to the list. He has been phenomenal throughout the Super Rugby Trans-Tasman as well. And now he has been able to score another try at international level. That's the thing. When he came in for the All Blacks last year for the Tri Nations, he scored quite a few tries in a hurry. But Will Jordan, Quinton Pye from his back there. And then Dane Cole saw the opportunity going short side. Little offload on the inside. And Will Jordan was able to score the 4th try of the match now for the All Blacks. And at this stage, they are just adding them for fun. 4 tries after 8 minutes. All Blacks are playing well, that is for sure, but we will add that one down once again. We will put 24 on the board at this stage with a kick to come for Richie Mo'unga. There we go. And we have, let's go. I started digging to Gasgrave as well. I'm not too sure what that means. Tries for everyone as well. Oh, Lord, says George Meyer. Have you had your ice cream, George? Because if so, you could come back round if you want. It'd be kind of funny if everyone in the All Blacks scores a try. I actually tried that on one of my Rugby Challenge 4 videos. I never actually posted it, though, but it was a lot of fun, and maybe could be the case the way that they're going. We're currently almost sitting 10 minutes into the game. 24-0 to the All Blacks with a kick to come. 4 tries, 8 minutes. Well, says Mr. Cool as well. I did tell you New Zealand will win by 100+ points. We'll have to wait and see. Hopefully Tonga can slow them down soon. Be kind of funny. And we have also got in there Mo'unga as accuracy and foresight as next level. Thank God he's playing for the ABs and not Tonga as well. Oh, hasn't quite got that one, Mo'unga from the sideline. So now the score is still going to be 24-0 to the All Blacks, but they are looking sharp. That is for sure. Will Jordan, he just has deceptive pace. Like, he looks quick, but when he puts the head back, he kind of has a weird running style that just makes him look like he is moving at 1,000 miles an hour. Well, let's go. I hope it's not going to be a slaughter as well, says David. I think it's almost too late for that, unfortunately. Touch rugby, mate. And we have also got the score points will be like a match of cricket as well. Yeah, it could be at this stage. Let's go, All Blacks. Let's go, says Josh Betch. And also at the stage, WTF 24-0, I'm dead as well, says Lupe. Yeah, not the way that I think a lot of people were hoping this match would go. But at this stage, Tonga, they just haven't had the ball. They've had to kick off to the All Blacks. They got the first kick off in their hands, but then from there, I believe it went down the field. Damian McKenzie now. That is a boot and a half from Damian McKenzie. Finding touch as well. So at this stage, we are going to have to wait and see when the All Blacks decide to go to their bench. Of course, we're only 11 minutes in at the moment, so they won't be going there yet. But it's one of those ones. They've got Bowden Barrett. They've got Geordie Barrett as well. The two names that you can't actually see for New Zealand there. They have got those two. So maybe they will look at going to one of them maybe at half time. Just give them a little bit of game time before the matches up against Fiji as well. So you get an All Black uniform for your cat as well. I feel like my cat, like, he sometimes doesn't even let you pet him that much. Oh, that one's going to be taken by Tonga now, and they have got a little bit of possession. Capelli fires up backwards now into the hands. Oh, it's been loose, and it's going to be in the hands of the All Blacks once again. The ball just came free, and now it's going to be Akira Ioane with the counter-attack once again. Flat balls here. Rico Ioane running out at the line. But he has tackled low there by Salmaki. Going to be Brad Weber going back. Little offload to Tuanoki. Afi hit hard in the tackle with the offload from Tarval. And at this stage now, the All Blacks have still got this ball just inside of their own half. Weber goes back to Mo'unga. Goes to Scott Barrett. Puts the foot down. Tries to make a couple extra meters in the gap. Going now to Akira Ioane with a good step. Run straight at Capelli, but great low tackle there by it was Finney Anisi. Weber goes back to Mo'unga. Scott Barrett now trying to pierce the gap on the halfway line at the moment. We're up to 6 phases for the All Blacks now. Mo'unga goes back to Whitelock to Pye, puts the foot down, steps as well. Little offload from Damian McKenzie, goes behind Dalton Pavali, though, who does clean the ball up, and he's not finished going. Will Jordan now is going to be tackled as well. And at this stage, the All Blacks just keep on going. Mo'unga now trying to step a little way out of the offload there. Now it's going to be Dane Coles. They've got men on the outside. Jacobson drawing pass. Now it's out to George Bridge and Akira Ioane down the wing. Great low tackle on him, though. And I believe that was by Falakai, who was able to make that to Pye now, trying to find the gap as well, crawling forward. All the balls come free, and Tonga have got this one. Only a few meters out from the line, tries an offload as well. And it is going to be a scrum feed for Tonga right the first time. We are going to get to see the score. What is the score as well, says Rio Gamer. It is high, I'll be honest. It's going extremely quickly. Worth the learning curve and development for Tonga, despite being on the wrong end of the scoreboard as well. Yeah, it's going to be one of those ones. I hope to see them get a little bit of attack in this matchup, purely because of the fact that it's one of those ones that you want to see them play well. Tonga, at this stage, the possession stat, I'm not sure what it would be, but it would have to be around that 80% for the All Blacks at this stage. So it is extremely unfortunate in that regard. But yeah, hopefully Tonga can get some ball. But at this stage, they have to win the scrum, and they're only around 10 metres out from their own line. So this is the time to do it. Spamasaurus as well, says Scrumless. And we have also got there. Come on, Tonga. Make this interesting. Where exactly is Tonga on the global rankings, says Jermaine. I'm not actually too sure about that, sorry. But at this stage, pack weight's 930 kgs to 881 of the Tongan one. Where are they on the rankings? I believe they'll be around that 10 to 15 mark, maybe, if I'm not wrong. I am not too familiar with the world rankings, though, at this stage. Sorry. Hopefully someone in the chat will be able to help you out in that regard as well. But now it is going to be the scrum feed. The steam is coming off Karl Tuanuki Awhi at the moment. It's a cold night at Mount Smart Stadium. We had the game between the Maori All Blacks and Tonga just before, Maori All Blacks and Manu Samoa just before this one. Now we are going to get to see another 80 minutes of action. Currently 14 minutes into this one. The All Blacks will have to be careful not to push too early. They've done well there. And Tonga are going to retain that one off the back now. Oh, a bit high there from Akira Ioane, and it is going to be a penalty. Did the high tackle on Tui Pelotu. And because of it now, Tonga are going to be able to escape their own 22. Tonga are 13 as well, says Brian. And thanks, Bud, says Jermaine. Tonga are 13 for their world rankings. That is, I got a little bit confused for a second there. They actually have about 13 players on debut for this match, which is going to be tough for Tonga, but now they're going to be kicking this one for touch. There's going to be, oh no, you've got to find touch, mate. Has it found it? No, he hasn't. That's a mistake from Tonga, and now it's going to be a counter-attack from the ABs once again. Will Jordan got the ball in hand, got to go for the little kick in behind, go for territory here. Found a bit of space. It's fallen short of the man inside of the 22, and Tonga kicking it back downfield. Going into touch. Mo'unga going to take this quickly. This is going to be an extremely fast-paced game between these two sides. George Bridge now goes out to Jacobson. Pins the ears back, trying to make a few extra for his side. George Bridge has done very well to claim that ball. Almost fumbled it. But Jacobson now off the back of the ruck goes to Scott Barrett. Little offload back to Damian McKenzie, who sees a gap, goes for it. Zanka tackling him a little bit too high there. Little offload back now. Brad Weber, the Chiefs players linking up to Tavo now. Pins the ears back, goes to Brad Weber on the inside. And that's going to be another one for the All Blacks there. And at this stage, 15 minutes into this game, Brad Weber picks up his second of the match. Great day to be a halfback by the looks of it, but it was all Chiefs players there. And then it was Jacobson with the first initial break. Little offload to George Bridge there. Of course, he is at the Crusaders. But from there, it was just beautifully done by the All Blacks. Just time after time finding the offload. Tavo sells the dummy on the inside. Goes to Brad Weber, and they just had numbers. Too many men for Tonga to be able to mark the All Blacks 31 at this stage. And Tonga sitting on nil. That is with the kick to come, though. But I have updated it because I believe he will be able to get this one here, Richie Mo'unga. We've also got there, what are you going to do when you run out of try scorers list? Luckily, I have got it that I can have 1,000 characters rather than the 200 like I used to have. So we are ideal in that. But if we reach 1,000 characters for who has scored, feel like we're going to be running low on paper. That is for sure. Thanks, Bud, says Jermaine earlier on. And Weber double, says Brad from Aussie. As indeed he is playing well at the stage, Brad, where they are definitely going to get or going to go over the 50 mark for sure as well, says Jermaine. So how many tries is that? That is 5 tries at this stage. So looking at the poll, all you guys to vote at this stage, it is sitting on over 100 votes, almost sitting on 150, and 50% have said that there's going to be 10 plus tries. And I feel like that is exactly how it's going to be. They are saying that Tonga taking a long time to get back to halfway. This is just an extremely fast tempo that the All Blacks are playing at. If this was the ABs, or this is when the ABs had to be careful with injuries, that is true. The last thing they want here is to lose a player, definitely in those centres roles. They are running a little bit slow or a little bit low on players with Leonard Brown and also Goodhue injured, Tupuai carrying there. The centre in the number 12 jersey on debut. What a game to start, eh? Now it's going to be Brad Weber kicking this one downfield. And at this stage, he wasn't looking for touch there. And it's interesting, the All Blacks, rather than giving Tonga time in the lineouts, they've decided with a counter ruck. And because of it now, the All Blacks have got this ball straight back from Tonga. They just aren't giving them a chance at this stage. Whitelock goes to Akira Ioane. He puts it on the boot. But it goes straight into the hands of the Tongan player who kicks it downfield. Going straight now to Richie Mo'unga. At this stage, it is just a case of how long can the All Blacks keep this pace up. Damian McKenzie finding space, kicking it back now. Going to be in the hands of Salmaki getting his first carry, driving hard. Oh, Damian McKenzie got an elbow to the head there a little bit, but he has got back up there, Damian McKenzie. On the halfway line at the moment for Tonga now, the number 8, Tuipulotu trying to drive. Takaloa going back, the big forwards of Tonga finally getting a few carries. Lolo was the man who was carrying that one. Now firing it out the back line, Salmaki once again with a bit of a fend on Rico Ioane, but he is tackled by Damian McKenzie. Takaloa once again goes back. They are trying to be able to find that gap in the All Blacks defence, and we haven't seen the All Blacks tested too much so far in this match. That one has gone high. The most phases they have had in this match. Will Jordan takes it nicely. He will run it back by the looks of it. He sold the dummy for a little bit now. He's going to step Will Jordan, but great tackle on him by Lolo. Little offload out the back, though. They're still going Moonga with the offload out to George Bridge. Numbers on the outside. Once again, goes to Quintal Pyer. Down the wing, it's going to be a hard one for Latu. Kicks it back on the inside. Brad Weber's lurking. And that one's still in the field of play for Tonga. And it's going to be in the hands of Fiver, driven into touch. And it's going to be an opportunity for the All Blacks, almost taking the quick throw there as well. Yes, they do. Or do they? Yes, they do. It is continuing. Moonga now going into the hands of Damian McKenzie. Little offload on the inside. Moonga. Flat ball to Will Jordan between the posts. And it's another try for the All Blacks. I'm getting lightheaded. That one's going to be going over for the All Blacks as well, I would think. So that would make the score 38-0 to the All Blacks. Will Jordan now picking up a second. Who's going to be the first All Black to get the hat trick? Do let me know, guys, in the chat. We will see if anyone is going to be right as well. But that is another try for the All Blacks Rugby Challenge 4 on very easy mode, says George Meyer. It is indeed. What a try in the chat as well. Easy try, says Henaru. And at this stage here, George, do you want to come back round, or are you happy enough where you are at the moment? We have also got in there in the chat, and maybe a training run for the ABs for injury to key players is pretty much the obvious concern. Yeah, you don't want to be losing any of these good players. The likes of Moonga, he is a player you don't want to be losing. Yes, they've got Bowden Barrett, but you've still got to think forward. You've got Fiji, another very physical side. And then you've also got in that situation of the Bledisloe Cup. You don't want to be giving that away. We haven't got Brad Will Jordan will be the first in a row. And goddamn, says Lupe and Hayes George, are you drunk as well? Says Scrumley. He's probably drunk on ice cream at this stage. He was going over to Summer, who will be the first forward to score. Dalton Pavali was the first one, but I feel like the second one, I would quite like to see maybe one of the locks get a try. I feel like it's going to be a little bit trickier for them, but maybe Whitelock or maybe a prop I'd like to see as the next scorer for their forwards. But more than likely, Akira Ioane is actually the man I'm going with. Don't feel sorry for Tonga. How are they ever going to improve if they don't play Tier 1 teams? And I'm sure they love the opportunity to be on the same field as our beloved ABs, as well, says Rosanna. Yeah, it's one of those ones that, like, 14 players on debut is no joke. Like, these guys, some of these guys have come from club level rugby to then be in that situation of being thrown in against one of the best teams in the world. So, like you mentioned, the opportunity is huge, because if you can have a decent performance here for Tonga, even if it's a few touches that you look dangerous, like you could be in that match playing up against Samoa next week for the Rugby World Cup qualifier, and then from there you move on to possibly getting into that World Cup / playing a few more games. That one's going to be stolen in the line out by Jacobson. Dane Cole's there. Moonga. Now it's a backline opportunity for the ABs. Once again, it's going to be Rico Ioane. Goes to Damian McKenzie on the outside. Goes through the hands of Will Jordan, unfortunately for him. And now it's going to be a line-out throw once again for Tonga. Hey, Hamish, it's the Tri-Nations after the Lions tour, says David. I think it is around that same time, although it is going to be the Rugby Championship this time. So their games for South Africa versus the Pumas, I believe, are going to be after the Lions tour. But the All Blacks will be playing the Wallabies for the Bledisloe Cup during the British and Irish Lions tour, I'm pretty sure, if I'm not wrong there. But now it's going to be thrown in by Sam Molly. Wasn't quite able to get the last one straight. What is he going to do here? It's looking like they're in a little bit of trouble. They have been able to claim that one there. Tonga, oh, it's not straight. That is harsh. The All Blacks are all over them at line-out time. The lad as well, says Jesse with an outlaw. Welcome into the live stream. Will Jordan will be the first to score a hat-trick as well, says Clayton. You're going to run out of space for the try scorers before halftime, says Aiden. Yeah, hopefully, if I do end up using 1,000 characters, then we will know that they have scored a huge amount in this matchup. And we have got, at this rate, it will be over 50-0 at halftime. Brad Weber to score 3 as well, says Max Caldwell. That's the thing as well. Last time these two sides played, possession at the moment 77%. The All Blacks haven't missed a tackle. Tonga have missed 20 at this stage in the matchup. Tonga have missed more tackles than the All Blacks have made on the statistical board. But yeah, last time I believe they had 53 points at halftime, if I'm not wrong, the last time these two sides played. So whether or not that is going to be the case, once again, we will have to wait and see. And we have also got in there said that professional Tongan-born player prefer to choose to play for Oz / New Zealand team. Tonga doesn't have a good offer for the players to stay, as well says Ed. And that's the thing as well. The likes of Malakai Fekatoa, he has now decided to go to Tongan 7, so maybe he will go back into that Union side before the World Cup if they are qualifying, that is. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how many players, the likes of adding Moana Pacifica to Super Rugby, some of these players that we are seeing from the Polynesian countries may be able to have a big opportunity in Super Rugby, which will be great to see. This is the equivalent of Mayweather versus Logan, just as long Tonga scores once, as well as his honest opinion. Yeah, so hopefully they can do that in this match, because at this stage, yeah, they are just getting quite a few tries scored against them. We have got a whole heap of numbers from Harry Talfa. What are these numbers meaning? I'm not too sure, but I think if you spam too much, the live stream will end up actually taking you away for a 5-minute timeout, I think it is called, or something along those lines. Tonga should have matches with Super Rugby team. Better prop. It's 38 points with only 20 minutes in the game, as well says Sister Vinny. And also we have got there Harry Stop, and we have got Harry Talfa Stop spamming as well. And your cat is on the keyboard. And we have got George Bridge playing bad at this stage, says Smithy Toilet. You're not a fan of George Bridge, are you? At this stage, it seems. But the scrum feed now is going to be taking place for Tonga. Currently 23 minutes into this match. What's up, bro? Says Aman. Tell you what, the score is up at the moment. It is a huge score line for the All Blacks here, and they are going to continue to look to extend it as well. But they are showing Will Jordan here could be an option off the back of that scrum for the All Blacks being put in by Weber there. Now they're going for the big push, and it is going to be an advantage to them as well. Now it's going to be Moanga with a bit of a cross-kick opportunity here, taken nicely by George Bridge now. He's done the grubber and Moan. George Bridge, he's running hard after this one, but it's gone just a little bit too far. And it's going to be forced there, and it's going to be a 22 dropout now. And now Tonga looking like they are going to be taking this one relatively quickly. We have also got a high-scoring match. We'll see 100 on the board as well, says Heinrich. Yeah, it seems that way at this stage. And we have also got Moana Pacifica will definitely help a lot with the obvious issues for Tonga, Samoa, and even the Cook Islands as well. And 48 likes already. Can we get to around 80 by halftime? If you haven't already, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Hugely appreciated for you guys. And we are going to be back next week for the matches between Tonga and Samoa, and also All Blacks facing Fiji. Malakai only play for Tonga because he's past his prime as well. It's his honest opinion. Although he might still get an opportunity for Tonga in that regard as well. But that is going to be a penalty up against Karl Tuanuki-Afi there for not releasing. So now Tonga are going to have the line-out opportunity, and they are going to be around 35 metres out from the All Blacks line. They need this throw straight from Sam Molly, that is for sure. And hi, do you stream the 1-10 Cup NZ or not? Says Millie, I will be doing some of those games. I wanted to do all of them, but they do clash a little bit. That one's been stolen in the line-out once again, but they have taken that one back, Tonga, and they've got the advantage for the knock-on. Can they get some hand on the ball here? Going to be Kafatolo now. Driving forward, Takalua now fires it back into the hands of their number 12. But he is pretty isolated there. Takalua once again going back now into the hands of Sione Tuipolotu on debut. Hoping to have a bit of an impact in this one. Fiver now selling a bit of a dummy tackle by Rico Ioane. But at this stage now up to 6 phases for Tonga. This is good from them. Sam Molly now getting a carry. Driving at Jacobson, who is straight on the ball. But they have still got this one. Almost a little knock on there from Takalua. Now it is going to be in the hands of Funaki. Going back, Takalua goes to Molly now. In the hands of Hala. He is isolated big time there though. 9 phases at the moment for Tonga. Still trying to find that gap in the defence. Tuipolotu once again having another carry, but he has tackled there. Dalton Pavali straight on the ball, but it did pop out. That was probably very lucky. That's gone through the hands, and now Akira Ioane. Little offload Moanga, not quite able to hang on to it. And it is going to be going back for the knock-on. And Tonga are going to have the scrum feed. Any more streams tonight, says Kyle. I'm hoping to do maybe the Ireland versus Japan or British and Irish Lions versus the Emirates Lions, but it may be a little bit too late depending on whether or not I am still awake. Because I almost did an all-nighter last night. Someone has got a motorbike outside by the sounds of it. What to have for dinner? As well, says Brad, it is a good question indeed. Oh, I want some food now. I'll probably have some food after this live stream. We have got this game. Won't solve the whole who the All Blacks 15 will be. As well, says George Polo, yeah. At this stage, they are showing Geordie Barrett. He has got a little bit of a hot water bottle by the looks of it. He will be looking forward to coming out on the field. And that's a big question. Will they put Geordie Barrett on that right wing? I feel like they might consider it. Minutes remaining, brother, says Tesla as well. At the moment, we're 27 minutes in. Tonga still have another 53 minutes to defend up against this All Black side. Are you kidding me? Someone on a motorbike went by outside my house too. Maybe he drove there super quick over the water and whatnot. And thoughts on Roger Tuivasa-Sheck to be an All Black in 2022. What position he should be on, says Ed. That is a hard one, but they are showing quickly. Will Jordan playing very well in this match so far for the All Blacks, scoring 2 tries so far. But for Tuivasa-Sheck, it's a hard one. I know that people want to see him maybe at fullback, but then there's that situation of there's too many fullbacks at the moment in New Zealand, so maybe he'd go for a centre role. Could be possibly a position that he'd slot into quite nicely. Uber Eats while you're on live, says Halupe. Unfortunately, they don't actually do Uber Eats in my town, which is a big shame because we do love a bit of Uber Eats. But yeah, when I went to, it was Melbourne a couple of years ago, we just got Uber Eats every night, and it's so easy. But this one, we have to kind of end up going about 30 minutes up the road to be able to find the nearest like fast food place. And we have also got, something is wrong when the players have to pay for their own flights when playing for their country. That's Tonga right now. Yeah, that sucks. I feel like they need more support, but I know that they got a bit of money possibly recently for the Moana Pacifica and Fiji Drua to be able to develop them a little bit more. But yeah, hopefully that changes in the near future. Takalua off the back of the scrum now, running hard. Richie Moonga making the tackle. Now it's going to be Sione Tuipulotu. He's been extremely busy in this match so far for Tonga. Takalua going into the hands of Capelli now, driving hard at his opposite number, Whitelock, but he is dragged down. Tonga, it's going to be an advantage, and it's going to be the penalty. Takalua very smart there, passing the ball into, it was Angus Tavao, and that means now it is going to be the penalty, right? Do Tonga take the 3 to get some points on the board? Probably not, I would assume. 5 is going to be kicking for touchy, and we have got Where's the Volcano, says on a spin. I haven't had them in a while. Feel like I need to get those back. Score margin for today's game, says Ed Vogel. 80. Unfortunately, I think it's going to be around 80, maybe more at this stage. And we have got sounds like Will Jordan is nailing it, says David. He is going well on that right wing side. Sever Reese may be a little bit worried at this stage. What's the score on earlier match? As well, says Aman, the Maori All Blacks were able to win that one. I think, I'm going to have a quick look. I think I've got it here. They won 38-21. Try scorers Ash Dixon, Jonah Lowe got 2 penalty tries. There were 2 of those, Sean Wainui, and then for Ma'ai, Olisio and Tui Loma were the try scorers for Samoa in that one. Going to be Sam Molly now with this line out throw. Where are they going? They're going to the back right over the top, and it's been claimed there by Tonga. They're going to get the rolling maul going. Dalton Fa'ali's just popped out of that one with the ball. How did he do that? Dalton Fa'ali now has got his side back. The ball, George Bridge, little knock on 5 meters out from their own line. And now Tonga with a bit of a counter ruck. It's going to be a scrum for Tonga. Only a few meters out. Will Jordan as well. Says Billy Toilet, and also thanks, bro. Says Aman, and also All Blacks 68, Tonga 69 as well. Says says KCF. And we have also got their watch the last 20 minutes. The ABs will for sure score a lot of tries. Yeah, I feel like the last 20 is going to be like the first kind of 10 minutes. And they will just keep on pouring it on and see how many tries they can get away with. But I will mention, if you are new to the channel as well, anyone who is here, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is hugely appreciated when you guys are hitting that like button as well. We are sitting on 54 likes at the moment, and we are aiming to try and continue to grow the channel over the next few weeks as well. So I do appreciate you all being here. We are currently sitting on 2,891, only 9 away from hitting 2,900. Can we do it? That is the big question. Can we do it before halftime? 10 more minutes left of this first half. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We are going to be covering the Tonga versus Samoa game next week, as well as the match between the All Blacks and Fiji. The first one, that's going to be a big one. Front row's going down there. It's going to be a penalty to the All Blacks. That is rough for Tonga, unfortunately. They had it 5 meters out, but Carl Tuanukiafi up against Puafisi in this one has been able to win inside the penalty. Moonga now kicking for touch. Got to admit, that pass was horrible. Yeah, it was a bouncy one all over the place there. Unfortunately, yeah, George Bridge, I feel like he gets a lot of slack from definitely Smithy Toilet in the chat. But yeah, that pass would have been hard for anyone to claim. It looks like it's quite slippery out there as well at the moment. Come on, we want big points as well, says Inspector. And also we have got, it's my birthday, or it's his birthday next week. Is George Bridge playing okay, says David. I don't think he's done too badly so far. He has had that knock on, but that was a rough pass. So other than that, though, he's been making decent decisions. I am looking forward to seeing what he can do in the later stages of this match. That is going to be a tackle there by Kafatolo. Brad Weber fires it back to Paya now. Goes to Coles on the outside. Skip pass. That was beautifully done. Now George Bridge down the wing. And he was trying to make a few extra meters. Straight on the ball was one of the Tongan players, but not quite able to get it. Bounce pass there to Whitelock here. And the All Blacks, it's starting to slow down just a little bit here. From when it started, they are looking like they're getting a little bit slower, but not by much, because now it's going to be Damian McKenzie with a bit of a step, going around everyone, the Clutch King. Little offload to Scott Barrett now trying to break the line. He is dragged down by Zane Capelli, and it's a penalty to Tonga. Player leaving his feet, I believe it was Luke Jacobson, unfortunately, for him that did give away the penalty. We have also got in there as well. It's like who wants a dry version of hot potato for the ABs right now? Yeah, they're looking quick out there. But Tonga at this stage, they're keeping up. They're not doing too bad. Of course, the scoreline, we forget about the scoreline for now because at the end of the day, there's a big difference in the level of these guys. Like some of these guys from Tonga are playing at club level. So we've got to take that into factor. I hope they get some tries, though, in this match, Tonga. At least one would be nice to see. That is a good kick there from Fiver. And now it's going to be a line-out opportunity for Tonga once again. But, yeah, it's one of those ones that I forgot what the question was or if there was a question. What was I talking about? Forgetting about the scoreline. I just hope Tonga play some good rugby here. Try and find themselves that little bit of form going into that game up against Samoa because we know that's going to be a physical matchup between those two sides. We're currently 32 minutes and a half into this match, currently 38-0 to New Zealand. It's been a little while since New Zealand have scored. I believe the last try was in the 19th minute. So that is decent for Tonga at the moment. That one's going to be stolen almost, but Sankabelli takes it nicely. He's going to be tackled there by Dane Coles on the 22 at the moment. Tonga going to be Takalua now. Sam Molly met by a wall of defence. That was Papali'i and Barrett. Going back now. Big run once again from Kafatolo. They are just trying to put a few phases together here. Funaki getting driven backwards by Dalton Papali'i. He is a physical player, that man. Takalua now going into hands of Sione Tuipolotu. Another carry. He has been extremely busy in this first half. Fifth phase now for Tonga. The misstep from that one. The pass wasn't ideal, but Hala has been able to clean that one up. And Tonga are just keeping this ball for their side. 40 metres out from the line now, Takalua. Going into the hands of one of the locks. It was Don Lolo. Takalua now sells a bit of a dummy going around the side, but he has been tackled by the Chiefs players, Tavao and Weber. At this stage, a little bit of a counter right from the All Blacks. Nothing doing there. Players slipped over. A little knock on as well. Not sure what happened there to the Tongan player. I believe it was their number 6. Yes, it was. And unfortunately, ended up Kafatola putting the ball down. We have what's got, I just thank for this. Says Janara Rose. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly, but thank you very much for hitting that subscribe button. Hugely appreciated. Like the support on these live streams is crazy. We've got 200 people watching at the moment, which is just awesome to see. And at the stage 7 away from 2,900. What's the time now, bro? Says on it. We are 34 minutes in at this stage. A little bit of an injury for Angus Tavao. He said that maybe he just kinked the neck a little bit, but he will be fine. But at this stage, Turnover has conceded 6 for Tonga, 4 for the All Blacks. Position will still well and truly be in the favour of the All Blacks as well. 194 votes and only 69 reactions as well, says Machu. I assume reactions is that for the likes, possibly, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, we are sitting on 69 likes. Thank you all very much for that as well. Let's see if we can hit 80 before we get to halftime. At this stage, 197 votes, 50% of people are saying the All Blacks are going to score 10 plus tries. That's the thing, though. Tonga, you can see in the crowd, they are still loving it, which is exactly what you want to see. You want to see the fighting spirit of those Tongan supporters. They are absolutely loving being here, even though their side isn't having it go their way. They're still playing for their country and they want to make the most of it. But Dalton Papali'i, he's a dangerous man in that number 7 jersey. And I feel like, he might be a starter for Fiji at this rate with a shot scoring a try for Tonga since the ABs may have exposed their preparation issues and logistics as well. Says Sammy Sosa, it's hard to watch. They're losing so hard as well. Says Ed Vogel, imagine being in the Tongan locker room after the first half. It's one of those ones, though, as well. You can't take it too seriously. I feel like the players out on the field, the hard thing for them is the fact that a lot of these guys are quite young. So they will look at this as in, maybe what could we have done better? But at the end of the day, you're up against the All Blacks, and they are a side that play extremely well, definitely up against a side like Tonga. The last time they played, they were able to score 80-plus points. So it's one of those ones that they can't feel too hard done by in terms of their you want to make sure that they're still having high morale for that next match up against Samoa, because that's a match that they could win depending on how it goes. Tonga have the best loyal spectators, loyal fans as well, says Rosanna. And also we have got, it's pretty obvious ABs was going to win. Yeah, at this stage, even before the game started, when that first try was scored in the first minute, it seemed like they were there to play the All Blacks. They were there to try and make a statement, try and find some form, find what works for going into those games up against Fiji and then heading into the Rugby Championship and Bledisloe Cup, because those are the games that, of course, they want to be winning big time. Can't wait for the Fijians with some huge hits next week. Yeah, that's going to be a big game and a physical game, and the All Blacks will have to make sure that they don't end up with too many injuries after it. In all seriousness, I hope Tonga score as well. It'll be quite tough otherwise, says Sebastian. Well, that's a good push from the ABs, though. And now they have got the advantage once again. Brad Weber got this ball at the back with the advantage as well. Goes into the hands of Tupai breaking the line. But he is dragged down by Hala. Now it's going to be back. Brad Weber goes to Tuanoki Afi. Trying to find a bit of a gap, but he is dragged down 40 metres out from their own line here. Tava with a bit of a step there. The loose head prop. Oh, sorry, tight head prop. For the All Blacks there, Moonga linking up with Mackenzie. Short ball to Will Jordan. Bit of pace on the outside of Kirioani. Trying to break the tackle, but Taulani was able to drag him down. Oh, sorry, Salmaki was the man out on that wing. Dane Coles now offloads it back. Moonga goes back to Rico Ioane. Luke Jacobson now going on the outside. They have got numbers here, the All Blacks. Dalton Bubbly steps on the inside. Little offload. Goes to Quinton Pye now. George Bridge has ended up with the ball 40 metres out from the Tongan line now. Goes into the hands of Tuanoki Afi breaking the line, but he is dragged down by Nini. Nini is opposite number. Brad Weber fires it back now. In the hands of Moonga. He's doing a spin here, trying to find the gap. Goes out to Dane Coles. They haven't got men on the outside there, so steps back. Dane Coles. He is going to be dragged down there. Zane Capelli trying to get in there. Not quite able to. 8 phases now for the All Blacks. Rico Ioane, little pass. Great hands from Quinton Pye. He's got Dalton Papali on the outside. He pins Sears back. He's going to score the try, Dalton Papali. And that is the second for him as well. Seems that if your name is Dalton Papali, Brad Weber, or Will Jordan, you are scoring yourselves a few tries in this match. Who is going to get the hat-trick? Maybe it could be Dalton Papali who is able to do it. But that was a beautiful try for the All Blacks. Just the backline movements, looking quick, looking sharp. Great hand from Quinton Pye there. Wasn't an easy pass for him. Then went out to George Bridge. Dalton Foley not dragged down there by Kilioni Hala. And because of it now, it's going to be another try. And I know people give Rico Ioane a bit of stress or a little bit of slack, but he has actually been distributing the ball very nicely in that number 13 jersey so far for them as well. How many minutes left? We are currently only sitting at 37 minutes in. Nice pass, couple Tongans as well, says Rio Gamer. And D-Max scored a second try. Keep it up, lad, as well, says Scrumlads. And 45-0, says Aman at this stage. Yeah, the kick to come for Richie Moonga. Currently sitting 4 from 6, 43 metres out. Not an easy kick, boo, says Sunshine as well. Possibly going for Tonga in this one. How many Tongans playing for the ABs as well, says Jojo Rabbit. I think there are a few scattered throughout there, but Dalton Palali, 2 tries for him. And this was his first try at international level, I believe. The first one he got. Now he has got 2. Going to be Richie Moonga from the sideline now, 38 minutes in. And he hasn't got that one either, Richie Moonga, unfortunately for him. So the score will stay at 43-0. No jokes, I'm talking, and I like Richie Moonga as well, says Sunshine. And that's the thing. How do you see that game, Sunshine, going between Tonga and Samoa for the Rugby World Cup qualifiers? Do let me know. And I feel like that's a little bit of a rivalry there. Both sides wanting to be in that World Cup. It's going to be next week. We are going to be covering that one as well. Who's the best kicker for conversion? As well as Ed Vogel. At the moment, he is sitting 4 from 7, Richie Moonga, so he hasn't quite been able to do too well so far in this one. It's interesting. I wonder if Richie Moonga ends up going off for Bowden Barrett. Do they go with Damian McKenzie? Or do they give Bowden Barrett the kicking tee? Or do they go with Geordie Barrett? They've got many options for that kicker. Or Damian McKenzie takes that one nicely just in front of Quinton Pye. And he has booted that in to touch the wide ball now. With a long ball, I should say. And Bright as well says Sunshine, and not many Tongans in this AB's match squad as well. 70 above, says Maori and All Blacks should let go. Few tries for Tonga as well, says KC. And yeah, at this stage, hopefully Tonga can score one. I feel like that's my big goal in this match, is to be able to see them get one here. And we have also got there Tonga best try and injure the ABs. If they can't put on a point, at least take out the ABs as well. Yeah, I feel like it's one of those ones that Tonga, they're a physical side and they have that ability of being able to absolutely crush bones when they do hit a player hard. So we will have to wait and see if injuries do play a factor. Quinton Pye now with the ball in hand on the halfway line now, trying to step through. He has been playing well so far in this match. Quinton Pye straight in that ruck. Was one of the Tongan players not quite able to get it though. Moonga, quick hands now. Whitelock with the offload. Luke Jacobson is driving forward 40 metres out now. For the All Blacks, Moonga with the wide ball goes to Will Jordan. Dane Coles, he fumbles it. He had men on the outside as well. But that would have been possibly the third for Dalton Babali if it got him out to him. Dane Coles, no, Abby's got a little bit of a cut on the forehead at the moment as well. Dane Coles here. And we also got back somehow to go through if Tonga's players are not able to come back, which has the stronger side, Tonga or Manu Samoa, says Ed. I think purely because of the fact, like you mentioned, the players aren't actually back for Tonga. Are they going to be back for that next week's match? Hopefully they are. But it's going to be interesting. And at this stage, I would say Manu Samoa probably have the better chance of winning that match because of the fact that they don't have so many players who are on debut, although they still had quite a few in that situation. Probably Manu Samoa says Rio Gamer as well. That was the halftime siren, but we are going to have to scrum it. It is going to be Tonga's scrum feed here. And are the All Blacks going to be able to make 50 points in this first half? Currently sitting on 43. They need another 7 to be able to do so. Gone down in the front rows almost here. Tonga under a lot of pressure going sideways there. It's going to be going up for a scrum reset here. No, it's going to be a free kick to the ABs because of the player going to the ground. Luke Jacobson wants to take the quick tap. He's looking like he's going to here. Luke Jacobson takes it. Goes in the hands of Scott Barrett now, who has been tackled low by Capelli, but the All Blacks not looking like they're going to be kicking this ball out. Little offload. Jacobson hit very hard in that tackle. Maybe a little bit high as well. Has he got up, Luke Jacobson? I hope he has. But now it's going to be a Kirioani on the 22, trying to find the gap, but he has been dragged down, has he? Yes, he has been wrestled to the ground by Salmaki there. Now they're going around the side once again. It's going to be Rico Ioane with a bit of a solo drive around the side. Brad Weber now going back to Mo'unga. This is danger. Yeah, it's going to be a step from Angus Tavo. Driving forward, but Tonga straight on the ball. No, not able to get it there. Weber now goes back to Mo'unga. Quinton Pai now. Quick ball back to Mackenzie. Short ball into the hands of George Bridget. Hard in the tackle by Latu. And at this stage here, the All Blacks just trying to find that gap. Scott Barrett, a little offload to Tuanokiafi. Driving forward, but straight on the ball was the Tongan player. That's a penalty to Tonga. What do they do here? Do they take the quick tap and kick it out, or do they keep playing here? It looks like he's considering taking it, but I think Fiver may want to have a go at kicking it for the touchline. Who's the Tongan coach, says Ed Vogel? I'm not actually too sure there. Unfortunately, Tokalua has kicked it into touch, and it is going to be half-time for the All Blacks, leading 43 points. Tonga sitting on 0 at the moment, but hopefully they can change that in the second half and find themselves a try. But hopefully you guys have been enjoying the live commentary. If you are new, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is hugely appreciated. It does help us out a lot. And yeah, if you haven't already, also be sure to leave a like. At least no Tongan players have been sent off the field with a yellow or red. Samoa will win, bro, as well, says Machu. Yeah, that's the thing. Manu Samoa had 2 yellow cards, didn't they, in that last match up against the Maori All Blacks? I think the season Blues number 10 would have been better as well. I assume that is Otiri Black, if I'm not wrong, and we always got there. Samoa might have a slight advantage over Tonga in game time together when they meet next week. Yeah, and I think it is a 2-match series, if I'm not wrong, and we always got Samoa much better than Tonga, says Casey. And also, yeah, not sure if the Tongan coach. Unfortunately, I'm back. Kiwi lads, says Malia. Welcome. Thank you very much for tuning in. Once again, you should be a commentator, not Tony Johnson, as well, says Devon. And thanks very much as well. Yeah, that's the thing. The one thing that I always try and make sure on this channel is the fact that for you guys who don't have access to the game to be able to follow it, because I feel like it's one of those ones that sport, like having you guys all in the chat just makes it so much fun, because it's as if we've got like a whole heap of people watching it together. And we have got, yes, New Zealand as well from Junior, and also Carl Tuanokiafi not having a good game, says Rio Game, although he's had a couple decent carries so far, Tuanokiafi. But yeah, overall, I think they'll probably go to the bench straight away in the second half, give the likes of Armour a little bit more time. Also, who else have they got on the bench? I can show you guys, because they have got the little animations here. The Tongan side, for some reason, there is one player missing. That is the man in the number 18 jersey. But I will remove this banner just for a moment. And as you can see, Asafa Mua is going to be a beast when he comes on the field. Also, Tui Pelotu got a lot of experience in that number 4 jersey, possibly for Barrett coming off the field. Finley Christie going to get a chance. Ethan Blackadder as well on debut. Bowden Barrett, Geordie Barrett. The Barretts are going to be running wild in the second half, and it's going to be exciting to see. But Nasi Manu and also Viliami Talani are the 2 players that I'm looking at for the Tongan side that maybe could have a bit of an impact. Also, Walter Fafita on debut could be one to watch as well. I hope they get a try here, Tonga, at some stage in this matchup. That is for sure right. We have also got Cole. Cole's had too many pre-drinks, as well says Alice. And we have also got there All Blacks too strong. This is an exhibition show. AB should give away some tries as well, says Casey. But that's the thing as well. Even though the score is as one-sided as it is, the Tongan fans are still like well and truly like cheering for their side. And I think that's why it's so awesome. Last 20 minutes will be raining of tries if Tongans take New Zealand, or likely to New Zealand. That's the thing. Fatigue as well for these players who have been playing club level for Tonga and whatnot. I feel like it's a whole different level when you do reach that international playing. Definitely when you're playing a side like the All Blacks, who are just extremely quick when it comes to the way that they're playing the game. Yeah, at this stage now, we are waiting for the second half to get back underway. I will get some stats for you guys as well about possession, territory, and all that good stuff. But we haven't got, I don't even know how Tyro Lomax got in the squad this year. I guess maybe, yeah, tight head props. I think is one of those positions that a lot of people have said we were probably running a little bit low in terms of depth. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how he goes off the bench. Tarval so far has actually played a pretty decent game. And I know that a lot of people were saying that maybe he was going to be one that shouldn't have been there as well. 81 likes already. Thank you all very much for that. Is it going to be a 3-digit score for ABs by the end of the game? Looks like it as well. Where is the cat? He is lying down there. You can't quite see him, but he is just in that bottom corner. If I did have the scrolly thingy not there, what did you do with the money from the Maori All Blacks versus Manu's Samoa live stream, says Malia. I put it straight back into the channel. You guys, I'm not sure whether it is that noticeable, but we are still live streaming in HD at the moment, 1080p. I spent pretty much, I think it went all into the live streaming software to be able to stream in a higher quality, so you guys get a little bit more clearer enjoyment out of that. But yeah, any donations we get on this channel go straight back into the channel to try and improve the content, I should say. Like, we have got a green screen back there that we're also going to be possibly using in the future a little bit. But yeah, it's awesome, the support that we got on that live stream as well. We have also got in there Foster's bad record needs to improve as well, says Gabe Grace. And also we have got in there Ian Be Happy and good choice, says Malia as well. And Kifu has a lot to say to his troops at the break as well, says Sammy Souza. And Tonga getting pumped, says honest opinion. Thanks, mate. As well in the chat, that is from Sekopi. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. Yeah, Mount Smart is basically Tongan Town as well, says Alice Revealed. And we have got appreciate your channel watching from Fiji. Interesting to see the stats for this match as well. At this stage, I can tell you some of them. Although first we have got a donation from David David. You are too generous, mate. Do appreciate that a lot. Thanks again, Hamish. Hey, everyone. Hey, everybody, please donate if you can. Please do not go overboard lol to the Kiwi Lads for the wonderful podcast as well, says David David. And I do appreciate all the support you guys show on this channel. It is incredible. But at this stage, 66% possession for the All Blacks, 65% territory as well. 7 tries so far for the All Blacks. Carry meters 530 to the 70 of Tonga. 26 defenders beaten to the 0 of Tonga. 9 clean breaks to the 0 of Tonga. There's a little bit of a pattern going on here at the moment. They've had a lot of running meters. Tackles made at this stage. Tonga tackling at a 61% tackling rate. And this is saying that the All Blacks haven't missed a single tackle, 53 from 53 at this stage. 3 kicks missed, though, from Richie Moonga. But overall, a very strong start for the match, to the match for the All Blacks. It's currently -1 here at the moment. It's a bit chilly. Hopefully it does warm up a little bit later on when I do get the fire going big time. But yeah, thank you very much for that donation, David. It is hugely appreciated. Upgrading your setup. Can we see your setup as well, says Kyle. At this stage, it is actually quite a basic one. At the stage, it's kind of just webcam. I've got my microphone, which I feel like at some stage, when we do find more funds, we will probably actually get a second microphone or a better microphone, so that if we had 2 of us here, you could hear both of us just as clearly. Because at this stage, I always yell, so it is quite hard to hear the other person. So we could end up putting it up a little bit louder. Can we live stream through Kiwi Lads, says Rosanna. As in which regard, Rosanna? Do let me know. I'm not too sure what you mean there, sorry. And we have also got Where's Makona Polar Bear tonight, Kiwi Lads, as well. Oh, Marco Vuna Polar Bear, not too sure. I feel like maybe he did say that his wife might have been angry at him for donating, so maybe he's banned from watching our live streams, perhaps. Just keep going, brother. You've already done the hard yards. Just keep grinding, says Tesla. Thank you very much, mate. And we've got me, a Tongan player, after the ABs match. Delete Facebook, Insta profile, change my ID, get a green card, and move to the US as well. That's the thing, though. Hopefully the Tongan supporters don't turn against them, because at the end of the day, they're up against the All Blacks. It's pretty hard to be able to do a big performance up against a side like that. But at this stage, we are sitting on 2,899 subscribers. So we will be hitting 2,900 in just a moment by the looks of it, which is very awesome indeed. Elgato Wave 3, great Mike says Renew plays as well, and also your own streaming site so we can watch the game, says that Malia. I think that is highly illegal if I'm not wrong, so we might end up getting sued at this stage. Blue Yeti microphones satisfying as well. What type of microphone have I got? I think it is a blue of some sort, if I'm not wrong. And Fiji by now would have had their players together for about 2 to 3 weeks. When it's their turn next weekend might help a little bit. It is true, and should not move to the US as well. And we have got come on Tonga, just 1 try, and I'll be happy. At the interview before the game, one of the players from Tonga said, this will be a game I will remember for life. Yeah, that's the thing, though. It's one of those matchups that I hope no one turns against them, because they're coming out here, they're putting on a big performance, trying to be able to take down the mighty All Blacks as well. I think Tua Vasa can fix our centre problem as well. I'm just making sure it is still running smoothly at the moment. I think the quality dropped a little bit there, as I did mention that it was slightly higher. We've got sitting on 91 likes. Can we get to 100 before we get to the second half? Maybe thoughts on Roger Tuivasa-Sheck on joining the ABs in 2022? What position should he play? I think with the amount of fullbacks we got at the moment, maybe a centre role could be where he will slot himself into when play against All Blacks. Always score some points when you had a penalty, because a scoring try against them is hard and later to regret as well, says Aman. And they did actually have a kicking opportunity a little bit earlier on in the match, decided not to take it, went for the corner, but it did backfire for them, unfortunately. Surely Tonga scores as well, says Mark. I hope so. The All Blacks at this stage, for the poll that I did do in the chat, we have 242 votes, 52% have said that it is going to be 10 plus tries for the All Blacks here. And at this stage, they are on 7. We have also got there as well, I bet my life Tonga will not score. That is dodgy as well. Heading out, guys, donate $1,000, says Malia. I don't know whether we'll get to 1,000 on this one. We do accept any size that isn't 1,000 for the donations. We don't need to go that high for it as well. And we always got, maybe one day you could get copyright to live stream on your own site and people pay like $5 a month for access. I'd love to be able to do that. Like, I feel like that would be pretty awesome to be able to do. I think at this stage, is the live stream still running smoothly, or am I very blurry for you guys? At the moment, I think my Wi-Fi has decided to drop out a little bit. Hopefully it does come back very soon, and we do get back to being in crystal clear quality. I'm just doing a speed test while we are waiting for the second half to get underway. What's your Instagram? Can you see a pic on Instagram as well, says Kyle. My Instagram, I actually have a Kiwi Lads Instagram. I haven't really used it too much in recent time, but pretty much blurry as well, says No Mama. We'll try something very quickly to see if I can fix that. We will go one moment. We will see if we can get it back. For some reason, yeah, it has gone to blurry, which seems very strange for me at this stage. We will quickly go like this, and we will go like this. Bear with me for one moment, but anyone who is just tuning in now, we are waiting for the second half of this match to get underway. Should be an exciting contest between these two sides. And yeah, hopefully it will be a very high scoring one indeed. Right, we are just scrolling up, and we have found something that might be able to work here for the second half while we are waiting for it to be crystal clear. One moment. We will go down here, and we will go like this. And one moment still, we will go here. I am just working on something for you guys, but the second half is very close to being back underway, which is exciting stuff. We will go here, we will go here, we will go here. Are we still blurry? We might still be blurry. So what I will do is I will share a screen, and we will go a window, we will go like this, and we will go like that. It hasn't started. Right, we are down there, we are here. Hopefully, by me splitting it, we'll end up making it a little bit clearer, but we will have to wait and see. My internet says that it should be running at a decent speed, though, which is a little bit annoying that it has decided that it doesn't want to really work. But at this stage, also, we have got the wrong background. We are at Loftus Firstfield, but we will head into Super Rugby for this one as well. We have got thoughts on AB's debutante's performance. Tell you what, he has been doing extremely well there, Quintal Pire, in that midfield. I feel like he is one for the future in the centre role as well. And Emmett Choi has also said, greetings from Malaysia. Welcome in. It's Blurry. Says, honest opinion. I'm not sure why. It seems weird because of the fact that I am currently running at 40 megabytes a second for my upload speed. Awesome listening from Perth, says Evan as well. But yeah, for some reason, I think ever since I said that we were running in crystal clear HD, has decided to go lower in quality here. We'll see if we can fix it though. Maybe? No, not really, right? We will have to go in slightly blurrier for this one. It seems ironic that I did mention that I did upgrade my live streaming software just for it to be blurry. But even, thank you very much for tuning in as well. Kiwi Lads, how come Karen complained about space sponsorship with Otago, but she hasn't cried about Steinlager sponsorship with the ABs? That is a good question. Not sure what is going on in that regard. Like, I feel like Spates has just been the logo for the side Highlanders for a very long time. That is kicked off there by Tonga. Damien McKenzie claims it now goes to Quintal Pire. And at this stage, I believe they said that there are no changes and it's going to be a penalty straight away for the All Blacks. I reckon you could start it one day. The future is tech and online streaming services. It would be pretty awesome to be able to run something like that. Although I think I would need probably around $1 million or something to get licensing for those sites. That guy with the motorbike is still outside by the sounds of it. We have also got their thoughts on Lachlan Boshier not getting selected on the AB squad this year. Now he flew to Japan. I feel like he's one of those players. He was right on the verge, but he decided that it was the better option. Oh, that's a nice ball to Quintal Pye there. Yeah, he decided that he was better off possibly going for a little bit more of a money deal if he wasn't going to be in that black jersey. Now it's going to be in the hands of Will Jordan, man, who will be in that black jersey for a little while here. Almost stolen by Tonga. Yes, it is. No, it's been taken back. No, it isn't. Now it's going to be in the hands of Salmaki. Down the wing, kicks it in behind. And there is plenty of time here for Rieko Ioane to be able to pass this across field. He goes himself here. Rieko Ioane trying to pierce the gap. Gets back up, but he is tackled by Zane Capelli on the halfway line. Brad Weber goes back to Damian McKenzie. Sees the space in behind. Goes for the kick as well. And that is going to be a beautiful kick from Damian McKenzie. Only 5 meters out now. 6 more tries, says Aman, and also Mexican sevens. Beat Tongan sevens as well, says Honest Opinion. And at this stage, that is a great kick from Damian McKenzie. Are we running any clearer? No, we are still blurry. I'm not sure why. Might have to look into that a little bit because all of the other live streams that we have done throughout the day and, yeah, they have all been clear. So I'm not sure what is happening there. Tonga looking to gain experience from this game. No pressure on them. Yeah, that's the thing. At the end of the day, Tonga, like, they have quite a few young players in there, also players on debut. So it is all a nice little set play there off the back. Dane Cole's taking that off the line out. So, yeah, I am just glad to see them playing as well. For the first time since the World Cup, Jacobson on the back. He's on the post. Did he get it down? Yes, he did. Luke Jacobson scores at blurry still, says Lupe. I think at this stage, unfortunately, I may just have to leave it at blurry because of the fact that for some reason, my technical difficulties seem to love me lately. And I have got good internet speed, but for some reason, it's just not coming across clear, unfortunately. But I will quickly go like this. We will go like this, and we will add Luke Jacobson to the list of try scorers. And he has been extremely impressive in this one as well. Luke Jacobson. There we go. Scoring in the 42nd minute now. And the All Blacks once again getting themselves on the scoreboard. We will save that, and we will put that back across the bottom now. We have also got in there, what's your Instagram, or what's the Instagram, brother? I believe it is, if I'm not wrong, which I don't actually use Instagram that much. I think it is that. Most Tongan players are ITM level players. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, they have come from playing in lower level competitions, which does make it very tough to be able to go out there and now have to compete with the All Blacks. That's exactly the idea and what they want as well, says Sammy Souza. But at this stage, Tonga slowing down when it comes to making their way to the halfway line. Getting a little bit tired by the looks of it. But Will Jordan, he looks like he is just warming up at this stage. At this stage now, hopefully we will be able to go back to clear very soon. But for now, we are blurry. The worst thing is it seems to be only me that's blurry. The rest of it seems to be not too bad. But Damian McKenzie kicking that one from inside of his own 22. Goes into touch now. And that is a brilliant kick from Damian McKenzie there. From inside of that 22. Thoughts on Lema Sopawanga and switching alliances to Samoa rugby team. If it gets a minutes on the field, I feel like it is still a great opportunity for him to be able to have a decent chance. I am just going to do something, and hopefully it doesn't crash the whole thing. Right. I have lowered the camera quality. I'll see if that helps, but now it's going to be Mo'unga. Goes back now to Akira Ioane, who is currently 45 meters out from the line. Goes to Mo'unga once again, going wide. Rieko Ioane, McKenzie, quick to hands. Oh, Will Jordan, little chip in behind. Rieko Ioane, he's got pure pace. But it has been covered very nicely there by, it was Fini Anisi there. Around the side now, Salmaki inside of their own 22 here. Tonga, or little drop of the ball, but it has gone backwards for them. And getting driven sideways there in the tackle of Luke Jacobson. Tokoloa goes back now, fires it back into the hands of Hala. He has kicked that one into touch, or has he? No, it's staying in the field of play. Now they're on the counter-attack once again here, the All Blacks, and they've got some pace, but Richie Mo'unga messing up the pass, it's bouncing around. But Dane Coles has done beautifully to claim that one, and now he's up on his feet, Dane Coles, and he is going, chips it in behind here, Dane Coles. It's going to be him and Scott Barrett chasing it, but it's going to go too far, or is it? Yes, it does. We have also got in there, imagine, defending for 80 minutes. That must be extremely hard against the best team in rugby. It would be a learning experience, that is for sure. If you've got to just defend every day of the week, like it's one of those ones that maybe, you know, you're going to get pretty tired pretty quickly. I feel like the stream at the moment, it doesn't like me very much. Right, we will go back into HD and hopefully it will unfreeze me. Combine what, mate? Same result as well. Don't like the fact that Tonga walks slowly back to the kickoff. Yeah, they are tired at the moment. They have had a whole heap of pressure on them in this match. Am I still frozen? I don't know what's happening with the internet connection at the moment. I have got good Wi-Fi speed. I feel bad for the fact that it is going to be a little bit stop and start. And we always got there. He's our nephew. He's a good player. Just too many first five halfbacks in New Zealand as well. Yeah, it's one of those ones. It is a populated position, and you got a lot of other options coming through as well. And we have actually hit that 2,900 subscribers, so I do thank you all very much for that. If you are new, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Our live streams aren't normally this blurry. For some reason, technical difficulties are kicking in for this one. That is going to be a great push in the scrum for the All Blacks off the back now. Jacobson goes to Moonga. He's tackled hard. And because of it, Takaloa able to drive him into touch there. What's that? No. I thought it was George at the window again. Anyone wondering why I looked at the side? I get a bit of server bro as well. Says the rest of locks. That's the thing. Normally, it runs very smoothly. But for some reason now, it has just decided that it doesn't like me very much. There's a ghost in your room. That's why it's blurry as well. Says honest opinion. And also still deciding what to have for dinner. And well, says Brad, do let me know what you decide in the end, mate. Oh, yeah, I've got yes, back and forth, frozen and blurry. Says Lupe. And that's the thing. Or Moa and Bauer coming on the field now. And also Tyrell Lomax. So the whole front row is getting replaced. George Bauer is going to be on debut. Kiwi Lad's been eating KFC and touched the camera, as well says Machu. And that's the thing. I mentioned about upgrading the live streaming software. And, like, it's one of those ones. I spent, like, it's a very large number in terms of how much I had to spend to upgrade the software. And now it has decided that it wants to run less smoothly than it normally would. Oh, yeah, it's got crack up as well. Says the rest of locks. And also, lol, don't lie. You thought it was a ghost, as well, says Lupe. And we also got Luke Jacobson captaining the winning under-20 All Blacks team. But he missed Rugby World Cup due to injury last year. He didn't get selected on AB squad. And this year, he's given it all. Yeah, I hope he gets a lot of minutes for the All Blacks in this one. Should pull your camera cord in and out. Although I think it's actually the connection side of it rather than the camera. I think I have worked out because I did turn it off and turn it back on just before when it went black. But now it's going to be Damian McKenzie. Gives it to Will Jordan. This is going to be the hat trick for Will Jordan there. That looks slippery at the moment. 47 minutes in. Bowden Barrett was giving him a clap on the sideline. And that is going to be the third of the match now for Will Jordan. What a player he is out on that wing at the moment. He is on fire. And it was beautifully done there. Just a nice pass from George Bridge. McKenzie drawing pass out to Will Jordan. And it was just a little bit too simple for him out on that wing. Can Tonga score a try in this match? That is the big question. I hope they can, but we will have to wait and see. But for now, Will Jordan, he was the first player to be able to get a hat trick in this match. Those fireworks are very impressive indeed. But at this stage, it is going to be over 50 points for the All Blacks now, sitting on 55-0 at this stage, 47 minutes into this match, and Will Jordan has already got a hat trick. So I feel like it's one of those ones. Will Jordan, now that he's got a hat trick, maybe they will look at taking him off and giving maybe, I feel like in the back of my mind, I think they're going to try and play Geordie Barrett there. That is just one thing that I feel like this man here would absolutely do in this matchup. He loves a Barrett, and that is why he might put him on the field as well. I have Ian Foster on the stick, by the way, for anyone who is wondering what that is. At this stage now, Richie Mo'unga looking to convert this one. 48 minutes into this game. Can he get it here, Richie Mo'unga? No, he's missed it again, Richie Mo'unga. And because of that, it's going to be 55-0 to the All Blacks. At this stage, unfortunately for him, he has missed 4 from 8. Here we go. Will Jordan, 3 tries in this match. He has been outstanding so far. Tell you what, the chat is going extremely quick at the moment. I do appreciate you all being here. Software is better bought from the $2 shop, bro, as well, says Machu. Yeah, it is unfortunate. Normally, it runs pretty smoothly. But for some reason, I feel like it's the All Blacks. I feel like the game is like, you know what? Because Tonga aren't getting too many points on this one, and because the All Blacks are scoring so many, we will lower your quality so that it doesn't look as good. Unfortunately, come on, Tonga Tapu, or Tapu, says the rest of locks as well. And also, I love a Barrett as well. Well, I also love a Barrett. Says Scrumlace. Who is your favourite Barrett, Scrumlace? Okay, do football soccer as well. Says Cameron McKenzie is one of the best passers of the rugby ball at speed. Yeah, him and Aaron Smith as well. Like Aaron Smith's pass, it is extremely accurate, and I feel like it's going to be key for the All Blacks throughout the season. But Brad Weber been going well as well. Tyrell Lomax now driving towards the halfway line for his first carry of this matchup so far. Brad Weber goes back to Bauer now, getting the carry. Quinton Pye lined up. McKenzie with the pass out to, it is George Bridge. He's got a man on the inside, man on the outside. Goes to McKenzie. Quick hands, flat ball to Brad Weber. Was it forward? If it's not forward, it is the hat trick for Brad Weber now. Everyone is getting a hat trick for the All Blacks. Are they going to check it? I don't think they are. So we are going to say that Brad Weber now also has a hat-trick in this matchup for now. All Blacks playing well. That means now Dalton Fawali is going to be the next player to be able to get himself a hat-trick perhaps. It was just beautifully done. George Bridge and Damian McKenzie, they are linking up like a well-oiled machine, as well as Brad Weber. This is looking like a very nice combo indeed. No contest how much time left at this stage. Unfortunately for Tonga, there is still going to be around another 30 minutes or so. It's a try fest, y'all, as well, says the Russell Ox. It is indeed. And at the stage, this looks like a Black Cap score as well, says Machu. It's gone straight over from Richie Moonga there as well. How long until they decide to put Bowden Barrett out there? That is the big question. But Brad Weber able to score his hat-trick as well. Probably his first hat-trick for the All Blacks, I would think. But 97 likes on this live stream as well. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. We are currently sitting on 2,903. We are storming towards the 3,000. So if you haven't already, be sure to leave a like. 30 minutes of pain, says the Russell Ox. Hopefully, there will be one try on it for not Georgia, Tonga here. We have what's got in there. Hi from Nathan. Welcome into the live stream, mate. Thank you very much for tuning in. Is that 10 tries? I believe it is. I think they have hit the 10 tries that we had. I should have made it even higher. I should have gone 15 plus. Maybe should have been the one. Bodie and Rico for the centre's thoughts. I don't think they'll go with Bowden Barrett at centre. I think he has said that he wants to be the first 5. So I don't think they'll end up putting him there. Unfortunately, he'd probably be dangerous there. I know Geordie Barrett, people want to see him in the centre. Kerry Ioane, that is a man who will probably go decent in the centre jersey as well with the pace that he's got and the power. McKenzie now goes to Barrett, selling a bit of a dummy. He is dragged down there by Lolo. And now Brad Weber goes back. Rico Ioane, beautiful inside ball to George Bridge, but straight on the ball was Don Lolo. But he wasn't able to get that one, unfortunately, for him. Now it's going to be Rico Ioane. Goes back to Scott Barrett. Richie Moanga lined up at Moanga now. McKenzie. That is a beautiful ball out to Will Jordan with a bit of a step. He is lined up. He's almost kicked a player from Tonga in the face there. Ball is still in control. Whitelock goes back to McKenzie once again. And McKenzie's almost, I wouldn't say McKenzie's playing much of a fullback role in some of these attacking maneuvers. He's kind of second receiver. Moa met by the wall. That was Sione Tuipulotu. Two bodies coming together there. But McKenzie has been first receiver many times so far. George Bridge now driving forward, but he is tackled there by Taulani, the man who has just come on the field. Rico Ioane, he's dropped the ball there on the ground, unfortunately, for him. And it's going to be a scrum feed now for Tonga once again. Hey, mate, what game is this? Says Devante, it is All Blacks versus Tonga. It is the, I guess you could say, warm-up game for Tonga going into the match next week up against Samoa, and also the warm-up match for the All Blacks going into their matches up against Fiji. But Tonga got to qualify for the World Cup next week. They got to beat Samoa, says Aman. Aman. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. But yeah, at this stage, I am going to be doing that game for Tonga and Samoa as well. Going to be a hard-hitting subscribers. Sorry, I read subscribers in the chat. Going to be a hard-hitting affair. So it's going to be extremely exciting. All Black number 1,195, Ethan Blackadder, is now going to get an opportunity in that black jersey. So do you get a plaque when you hit 3,000 subscribers, says David. No, I don't believe so. I think the next plaque, or the first plaque that you can get, is for 100,000, which we are still a little bit far away from, I guess you could say. But every subscriber helps. So if you guys haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button. This game's getting interesting as well, says Rio Gamer. At this stage, it's going to be a race. Are the All Blacks going to be able to get the 100 points, or are Tonga going to be able to score one try? I feel like it's going to be one or the other at this stage, unfortunately, though. I don't think we are going to be getting both. But yeah, it's going to be interesting, and I am excited to see what is going to be happening. My voice is almost gone already. I have been almost, I guess, shouting, but not shouting at this stage. I've just been extremely hyped up for this match. Without a good commentary on this game as well, says Morn. Thank you very much, mate. Hugely appreciate it. Bring on Blackadder, says Rio Gamer as well. And now they are just having a little bit of a stoppage in play. But Ethan Blackadder already talking with Luke Jacobson there, trying to decide what's going to be happening. They have also got another man on the bench, Patrick Tuipulotu, who I assume wouldn't be too far off as well. And maybe they will swap Scott Barrett off for him. But Bowden Barrett, Geordie Barrett, both yet to make their way out onto the field. So it's going to be exciting to see how it goes indeed. Now it's going to be a push in the scrum. Tonga have been able to retain that one. Now it's going to be Tokoloa now going back. Nice little quick backline movement there. Hala now going into the hands of Latu, driving hard at the line, but he is tackled by Rico Ioane and Will Jordan. And they have still got this ball now. Tonga, can they score a try in this match? That's a great run from Sione Tuipulotu, but he is dragged down by Whitelock and Blackadder. Oh, who is that in the background? I think that is Brad Weber, who is down. That doesn't look great at the moment for Brad Weber. Looks like he's in a lot of pain at the moment. which is not what you want to see for the All Blacks heading into this series. Oh, that's a big hit from a Safa-Mua. Drive the man backwards there on the halfway line, and it's a turnover as well. A Safa-Mua popping the ball free. Akira Ioane, but in the airbacks goes to Richie Mo'unga, and he is going to be caught by Latu there. No, sorry, he's not going to be caught by Latu, and he scores the try, Richie Mo'unga. The Mo'unga Magic, he's had a good game as well. In this one, it's going to be a nice, easy kick for himself as well, and that will mean that it is going to be 69-0 to the All Blacks at this stage. Just very nicely done. Scott Barrett sells the dummy, goes to Akira Ioane with the pace, goes to Richie Mo'unga. Had Quinton Byer on the outside win himself. Latu not catching him, and it is try time once again for the All Blacks. Add him to the list, Richie Mo'unga. Here we go. We will add that one. And at this stage, it is only 54 minutes through this match. There is still a lot of time left for the All Blacks and also for Tonga. At this stage, it still says not applicable for the try scorers of Tonga. Please, can we get one for them here? But Beauden Barrett coming back out onto the field, back from Japan. Finley Christie also making his way out onto the field. Let's not forget him as well, because Brad Weber coming off the field. Very impressive from him. But Richie Mo'unga giving way for Beauden Barrett, who is back, and he is going to be first receiver. He is going to be excited to be out on that field. And I am excited to see what he can do in the last kind of 25 minutes of this game. But also Finley Christie coming on the field because of the injury of Brad Weber there. But it is going to be Finley Christie, All Black number 1,196 now, your 100th like as well, says John Wilson. So thank you very much, mate. Hugely appreciated as well. Okay, Brad Weber takes a head knock there, I believe. Unfortunately for him, Barrett should be at 10. I think he is at this stage. He is replacing Mo'unga. Welcome back, Bodie, as well from scrum last, claiming that ball just inside of the 22 at the moment. Finley Christie going to be going back now to the forwards. Goes to Sam Whitelock. Got Lomax on his side trying to protect that ball. Almost a rolling ball. Also Salmaki coming off the field. And that was for Leon Fukafuka. Oh, Rieko Ioane with a great inside ball. Goes to Luke Jacobson. Finley Christie now. He's got Beauden Barrett with him. Decides to go to Rieko Ioane. Wasn't quite able to link up with Beauden Barrett. You know how much that man wants a try here. Luke Jacobson, though, goes to Will Jordan. He's got too much pace, Will Jordan, and that's going to be a 4 for him. And he has been absolutely on fire in this game, Will Jordan. Every time he gets the ball, it turns to gold. And that is going to be another try here for the All Blacks. Nice, easy kick for either Beauden Barrett, McKenzie. I'm not sure who they'll go with for that kick, but it is another try for the All Blacks here. Nice ball from Rieko Ioane on the inside to Jacobson. Links up with Christie. These are just great flat passes from the All Blacks. Goes to Rieko Ioane. Wasn't able to find the offload, but straight in there was Scott Barrett. Plays halfback. And then from there, Jacobson went into the hands of Will Jordan. And he scores another try for himself. Right, we will add, once again, Will Jordan. He has scored in the 6th minute, the 16th, the 49th, and the 55th. Beauden Barrett is going to be the man who is kicking for the All Blacks here. Straight out in front, gets that one. 100% at the moment, Beauden Barrett here throughout the season. But we have also got in there, are you doing the game in Hamilton in 2 weeks? I am indeed. I am following all of the games that are happening. Fiji versus the All Blacks. Also, Tonga versus Samoa, 30 minutes as well. Says that is SFS plans as well. Sorry, I won't be able to pronounce that first one, I don't think, which they set against Japan, I guess. And we have also got in there, you said a pretty certain admin issues is why Tonga is going nowhere as well. And we have also got Finley's grandmother was a friend of mine, came over to my house quite a few times. So that is pretty awesome as well. And we have also got what game is in Hamilton in a couple of weeks. I think it might be Fiji versus the All Blacks, if I'm not wrong. But anyone wondering, the quality of these live streams normally isn't this low. Unfortunately, we've had a couple technical difficulties, which has caused, unfortunately, it to be just a little bit rough. But luckily, we are normally in better quality. So if you are new, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Sam Whitelock taking that ball just outside of the 22. Beauden Barrett puts it high, chased by Will Jordan. The way that it goes, he'll catch this ball. He's taken it beautifully, offloads it to Jacobson. It's gone off the arm of the Tongan player. It saved them a little bit there. And it's going to be the man in the number 13 jersey there. Anisi, who has been able to get that ball for Tonga. Safa-Mua with the low tackle there. Christie trying to get in the breakdown, get him swatted around all over the place. Now it's going to be the man in number 23 jersey, Walter Fafita, also on debut for Tonga there. I will read the chat in a very short moment as well, but I do thank you all very much for tuning in. Funaki now with a bit of a rolling maul. He is dragged down by Jacobson, who has made a lot of tackles throughout this match so far. Little bit of a backline. Hala goes to Capelli now. Phase after phase, Tonga trying to get something set up here. Can they get a try in this match? That is the big question. Oh, float out the back. He needed it. Taulani has pushed it forward. And it is going to be now a scrum feed for the All Blacks. And it's All Blacks versus Samoa. As well, says Devontae Watson. I didn't actually realize that they play Samoa, the All Blacks. I thought it was 2 games up against Fiji. And then from there, where do they go from there? You're not frozen. As well, says Brian. Luckily, I think it's running a little bit smoother than it was, but it is still possibly not as smooth as we normally have it as well. We have it's turning into a blood bath. Come on, Tonga, get in there as well, says David. And Will Jordan under the high ball. I think he is the player cam, and those people who are watching it will get a treat. Them, I guess, is right. 70 above as well, says Maori. And also, all Finley Christie will be as a huge liability in future internationals, says Alice. And Tonga versus Samoa should have been a 3-game series state of origin or state of islands origin, as well, says Machu. It seems weird that they have only got the 2 games, because what if one side wins? What if one side wins each game? Then what do you do from there? If Tonga can't get a try, get in a try, just pass the ball to the referee as well. And Yabodi Yuda Legion brother as well from Troy. Now it's going to be the man on number 21 jersey, Nasi Manu, making his way out there, helping his fellow man out there. Reserve loose forward. He will be hoping to have a big impact later in this match as well. I'll wait for your prize as well. Am I getting a prize, or is that the All Blacks? Should we all donate, or we should all donate a few bucks, get your man a new camera as well, says Tesla. I mean, it is much appreciated. As you guys know, I do put all the money into the channel. And yeah, new camera probably is the next upgrade, because I think the microphone, the quality is not terrible at this stage, but then the camera quality at times is a little bit rough. So perhaps investing in a new camera will be where that money would go. But yeah, we will wait and see. Well, let's go. Out of all the Pacific Islands, I believe Fiji right now is the best out of the 3. I love the Fijian spirit and the heart when they play. Yeah, they're a physical side as well. They are showing Nasi Manu now. He's looking fired up out there at the moment. Finley Christie going to put this ball into the scrum. Going for a bit of a push here, the ABs, but it has gone down, so it is now going to be an answer. Bowden Barrett, flat ball now. Rieko Ioane slings it wide out to George Bridge, but it was a little bit forward. And now because of it, it is going to be going back now for the scrum. The visibility may not be great, but the sound is great. I can listen to the game while doing other things. Very good commentary, by the way, says Rick Williams. Thank you very much, mate. It is hugely appreciated. Yeah, for some reason, like, I don't think we've experienced this problem before, having the camera kind of play up. So I'm not sure what I'll have to do there. Hopefully my camera isn't broken, because or else I may actually have to invest in a new one, which is unfortunate. How many minutes left at this stage? We have still got 21 minutes left in this game, 12 tries already, says Aman. Yeah, huge number for the All Blacks. Are they going to get the 100? That is the big question. Tell you what, we will ask 2 questions. Can Tonga score a try? Can the All Blacks get the 100 points? Do let me know in the chat if you think they can or can't. I am interested. This is only a sympathy cap for Christie. He's too bad as well, says Alice Reald. And now it's going to be a huge push from the All Blacks. They have got the penalty there, Tonga, though, for the wheeling of the scrum against the All Blacks. Tonga is trash, says Jolie. It's going to be interesting to see them play up against Samoa, though. A little bit closer in terms of skill levels. 76-0, says Jolie as well. Yeah, I agree, Reg. All that matters is that it's the live commentary as well, says Tesla. And also we have got Ed Vogel. Not after last night's game, South Africa won't beat the ABs. As well, says Machu. That one has gone into touch now. And Tonga are going to have another opportunity for the line out to be able to try and get themselves a try. They are showing Aaron Smith there. He is the water boy. He may be more than the water boy next week, because of the fact that if Brad Weber is also injured, means that he is going to be in that situation of pretty much being forced into that lineup. We have also got in there Wise Lomax and the ABs as well, says Millie Toilet. It's a good question. Who would you guys go with your tight hair props? Because I know Tarval was also maybe, oh, that's beautifully done there. Luke Jacobson stealing that ball now. Going to be in the hands of George Bridge, breaking the line. Offload to Ethan Blackadder. And the All Blacks are 40 metres out from their own line here now. Nasi Manu giving away the penalty, unfortunately, for him. Bowden Barrett, little chip in behind. Lincoln up with Quintapai, beautifully taken. It's going to be Rieko Ioane. And he is going to score a try. 2 hands, please, sir. Yes, he has got it down, Rieko Ioane. Every time I see him run away with a try now, my heart skips a beat a little bit. I feel bad for the guy, because he does still get that try mentioned that he did blow for the ABs in the earlier one. But Rieko Ioane able to score a Bowden Barrett, little chip over the top. Ian Foster will be having a field day on the sideline. He will be absolutely loving it. And Rieko Ioane, the man who was able to finish it off. But we will put that one into there, and we still have 20 minutes left. I'm excited for this match. As you guys can tell, I feel like even if it was a lot closer, or even if the All Blacks weren't playing, I am in a rugby mood today. I feel like it's because I'm slightly sleep deprived because I didn't sleep much last night. At the stage, where can we watch it? Says Brian, depending on what country you are in, there is Rugby Pass, Stan Sports, maybe KO, and then Sky if you are in New Zealand. Unfortunately, other than that, there aren't too many other options that we have got there. Can Tonga score a try? No, unless they run with a knife. Can ABs hit the 100% as well? How many minutes in are we? We are currently 60. Beautifully linking up there. I thought Will Jordan was almost on for a fifth there, but we have also got there a lot of two hands as well. We have got how many more minutes? Still 20 now. And said to my fave player Reeks as well, says Devon. And we have also got in there Clayton. Yes, All Blacks can reach 100 points. Tonga is unable to register a 7-pointer as well. Not your problem, bro. But it's the weather freezing. That's why not you. Don't close All Blacks. Your camera gone melt because at the moment they are on fire, bro, as well. Says Armand, they are playing well. That is for sure. How many Chiefs players are in the ABs lineup tonight? That's a good question. They have got Tarval. They've got also Jacobson. They've got Weber, Tupaia, and Damian McKenzie. I think that's all of them, by the way. And we have got Nararimu. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. That's going to be a penalty to Tonga. Do they take the 3 points to get something on the board? That's a big question. What do they do here? And it's good commentary, by the way. It's pretty professional as well. And thank you very much, mate. Hugely appreciate it. If you are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We have had a huge amount of support on this live stream. It is hugely appreciated. And at the moment, we are sitting on 2,911. We are flying up, ladies and gentlemen. It is awesome. I do appreciate you. Geordie Barrett now out on the field and Tui Pilotu as well. And we are sitting on 111 likes at the moment, which is extremely awesome. So thank you all very much for that. But there's Scott Barrett. So we aren't going to see 3 Barretts out on the field at the same time. Please, everyone, support Tonga as well. I think I am almost going for them a little bit here. Oh, Quinn Tupaia coming off the field. So that means Geordie Barrett possibly will be playing in the centres. Interesting. That is something that a few people were rumouring as well. Take a Tonga as well, says Glenn, and Springboks is the champion, says Amori, and also take the 3. They have gone for the scrum. Interesting. I guess that throw of Sam Molly just hasn't quite been working out for them. The replacement, Siula Mali, hopefully I pronounced that somewhere correctly. Yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't look like they're doing too many more lineouts in this one. Is the score 76-0 at the moment? It is actually 83. I completely watched that try and kind of just watched, but I will update that now. But Tonga have got this ball now for them, just inside or just outside of the 22, sorry. And I will update the scoreboard. It is now 83-0 to the All Blacks. They only need a couple more tries now. It's going to be in the big hands of Falemi, trying to get a couple extra meters for his side. Super cool dude. As well, says Mark, can they please get over the line here, Tonga? I want to see one for them. Oh, it's been stripped by Sam Whitelock. Now it's Suffermore. You're not going to stop him unless you tie up the legs, and they have 40 meters out. It's a penalty. Take the 3 or get the try. I want to see Tonga score. You nailed it, mate. You nailed it, mate. Well done. I'm like a kid in a candy store at the moment. I'm like fired up, hoping that we do get to see a Tongan try. I'm from New Zealand, so I feel like that could be going wrong in that regard. But yeah, 3. What is that? 3 more tries to 3 digits as well, says Aman. They have kicked for the corner this time. Turnovers conceded 14 against Tonga there. Handling errors 7 for the All Blacks. Only 2 handling errors for Tonga. But I guess it's one of those situations that when you haven't really had the ball, it is very hard to be able to get too much going. And we have also got now, it's going to be the line-out throw. Are they going to be able to score here, Tonga? I hope they do. Would be awesome to see if it was the case. Get the try. Get the rolling ball going as well. Springboks are the only chance because they didn't play the All Blacks as well, says Troy. We've got all the best for Tonga. Are you going to stream Wallabies versus France? I am indeed. Oh, it's going to be a knock-on against Bowden Barrett there. Now they've got a chance here. Tonga on the 22, driving forward, holding them up there, the Barrett brothers. But they didn't have Scott there to help them out. Now it's going to be Zane Capelli goes back. Oh, that's a good run there. Couple extra meters. He is tackled by Sam Whitelock and his Chiefs teammate Jacobson now at the back line now. Going to be the answer to number 22, looking for the offload. It is still in the side of Tonga. They've got the advantage as well, and I believe it is for maybe a little knock-on once again. It's going to be in the hands of the number 2, Sam Molly, who is still out there now. It's going to be Taulani with the bounce pass. Can Tonga get over the line here? Up against the All Blacks, it's come free, so they're going back now for the penalty once again. Well, yeah, let's go. But yes, I will be going, or I will be streaming the Wallabies versus France game, which is going to be on Wednesday, which will be very exciting as well. Looking at this makes me wonder what's the highest score ABs have reached against Tonga. It would be relatively up there, I would think. but I think it is a little bit higher than this. This is about what the score was last year when the two sides played, I believe. Come on, Tonga, score 0 points, please, as well, says Alice Revealed. Very great, Tonga, as well. And we have also got, if Richie got those conversions, then it would be at 91-0. That is true. Hopefully 5 points coming, says Arman. And also we have got, and the All Blacks smashed by England on the, says Maori, and you should stream rugby league games, says Ed Vogel. I quite like to, although my knowledge of rugby league isn't actually as good as it possibly could be. Brian has said, where can we watch it? It depends on the country you're in. There is Rugby Pass, I believe. Also Stan Sport KO and Sky Go, or Sky Sports, I believe. Tell you what, you can hear the crowd. They are fired up. They want to see Tonga score a try here. Can they do it now? In the hands of it is Latu. He is getting held up by Bowden Barrett, though. Please get that ball out, Tonga. It's been called a maul, and they have tied that one up. Please get it. No, it's going to be now the scrum to the All Blacks. It was Bowden Barrett who got in there and ruined it for Tonga. I think Tonga have brought a knife to a gunfight as well, says David Doe. Yeah, it's hard for them. That's for sure, but they're smart for going for the scrum as it slows the game down. That is true at this stage as well. That was a good run from Latu, but just held up by Bowden Barrett. All Blacks and Springboks are the greatest team, as Orwell says Amore. And after this game, I want to change the O to an E and say I'm not sure what that means. So unfortunately, Shane Tonga as well, says Alice Revealed. Great. See Bodie as well at first 15 could probably beat, or our first 15 could probably beat Tonga, says Tetsu, and score 100 points. All Blacks, come on, you can do it, boys. And also, how many minutes left from Mr. Hercules at this stage? We have still got 12 and a half minutes left. And the Tongan supporters, they are still fired up for their side. Everyone keeps supporting Tonga Mana. If you want to, please, maybe. I'm in South Africa as well, says Brian. Is it on Super Sport or one of those ones? DSTV, I think, could be another option for you. Finley Christie now running up the field, goes to Ethan Black and an offload of Geordie Barrett. Rico Ioane, Damian McKenzie unselfishly goes to Will Jordan, and he scored again. That is the 5th try for Will Jordan. What is the most amount of tries that has been scored by an All Black? Because Will Jordan is well and truly trying to work his way up. I've actually missed one of his tries, though. Okay, it's 6. And it was Ellis who was able to score them. Can he do it again here, Will Jordan? Unfortunately, yeah, when was the last try that Will Jordan scored? I haven't written it down. I think it was around the 60th. No, it might have been a little bit earlier on than that. We will just put around 54. We'll go with that. Why not? Although there was a try for Brad Weber. Oh, okay, it was 55, but I put it in Brad Weber's column. But that is going to be Will Jordan. Great film from Luke Jacobson. Little offload to Christie. And then from there, it was just a nice movement. Went into the hands of Ethan Blackett. I saw him as an option. Then from there, quick hands. All Blacks have been doing it phenomenally throughout this match. It's just pass, pass, pass. Rico Ioane out to Damian McKenzie. Unselfishly out to Will Jordan. Pace the burn. Scores the try. Thank you very much for coming there. There we go. We will update that. Ellis has scored 6. Is Will Jordan going to be able to top him here or get the same? Bowden Barrett with a hard kick, which is why I haven't updated it quite yet. 39 metres out. He's been kicking well, Bowden Barrett. I'm going to assume Jeff Wilson is putting the 2 up at the moment. No, he's missed it. I jinxed him big time there, Bowden Barrett. And it means now that the score is going to be 88-0 to the All Blacks. Tell you what, if Tonga can somehow score, I feel like the chat is going to go absolutely crazy. So hopefully it will be Mark Ellis. It is indeed. And he had 6. They did have up on the screen. Can Fiji hold the AB? It's going to be interesting. It's going to be a tough one for them as well. Thanks, always great commentary. Much appreciated as well, says Lizette. And also we have got in there 7 for Tonga and Tavita, prediction 97 points for the All Blacks. That's not the real Tonga. The real one has the good player, says Lost City. That is true. They are missing a lot of players from overseas that they weren't able to get back. Hopefully they will be back for the matches up against Samoa, because or else it would be a bit unfortunate to have a World Cup qualifier where you can't actually have your best team. But George Bridge now going to be claiming that ball. Are the All Blacks going to hit the 100? Are Tonga going to be able to score? I want to see one try for them, but they are going to have to work hard. Sam Whitelock's still out there. He has been putting in a shift. That's a penalty to Tonga. Can they do it here, Tonga? I want to see one. Can they get the try? I feel like if Tonga score that donation trade from last live stream from Manu Samoa versus Maori, All Blacks will be well and truly in full effect, because Tonga, they have got the big supporters in terms of the heart that they show towards their side. And at the moment, I will have a quick look. They're kicking for the corner here, Tonga. We are sitting on 2,913. We are flying up in subscribers as well. So I do thank you all very much for that. Also sitting on 122 likes. Can we get to 150 before the end of this match? If you haven't already, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Right, Tonga, they need this one straight. Well, 88, I had to leave to go to the mall. Watching from my phone as well, says Betty. Yeah, it's going up big time. Will be the most misconversions as well, says Time Till Death. They have claimed that one, Tonga. They are going for the rolling maul. It is great defense, though, from the All Blacks. They have stopped them from rolling, but now they're starting to go sideways. They have been told to use it once now, going short side. Oh, that was a big hit from Finley. Christie muscling up with Takaloa around the side now for Tonga. Getting closer and closer now. Going to be now in the hands of one of the forwards once again. They would love an advantage here. All around the side. He didn't tell anyone he was doing it. They want to suffer more straight on the ball. No, he hasn't got it. Currently 15 minutes out here. Tonga, 9 minutes left in this matchup. Going to the forwards once again. It's going to be Falemi now on debut. Driving forward for Tonga. Taokoloa now. Offloading it, Bowden Barrett. No, it was Akira Ioane wrestling him down the crowd to get him behind Tonga here. Can they score? It's a good drive, but they are still 10 metres out. 6 phases now for Tonga. Good ball to Nasi Manu. He is driven hard backwards in the tackle by a Safamoa. Oh, it's a bounce pass now. It's going to be Latu trying to find his way to the touchline. No, trying to find his way to the goal line. I hope he wasn't going to the touchline. Counter ruck there from the All Blacks. But it is still in the hands of Takaloa now. Going to be the seller dummy for Hala. He is going to be taken down as well. Bowden Barrett getting in that breakdown, trying to steal the ball. Not quite able to now. It's an advantage as well. Bowden Barrett giving away that one. Oh, it's almost been dropped, but he has claimed that one still. Tonga getting forced backwards. They're going back for the penalty now. 7.5 minutes. Can they do it here? They scored 144 against Japan as well. And we have also got in there how long left is on it. Been currently 7.5 minutes. And we have got what time is the Wallaby game. My kid is sneezing in the background. Oh, poor little fella. But at the stage now, it looks like they're taking the quick tap and go here. Tonga, they want the try. Can they get it? That's a big question. It's going to be the number 16 driving for Mali. Oh, the ball's popped out on the side of the All Blacks. That's going to be a penalty, though. You can't do that. Luke Jacobson flopping over into that one. I said 103-0. As well, the score margin turned into AFL game scores as well. Come on, Tonga scores 7 points, says Narimu as well. Can they do it? Last 5 penalties against the All Blacks. They may go down to 14 men soon if they're not careful. Ireland versus Japan, when will it start? It starts in 3 hours' time, I believe, if I'm not wrong. I might do a live stream for that if I'm not asleep. But now it's going to be Milo once again, driving forward. Ethan Blackadder on the ball. He's stolen it, and it's going to be taken back now, and it's a penalty to the All Blacks. Oh, they just don't want to give up here. The All Blacks here. Let's go, ABs. Surely 100, says Corey, and also WABs and Tonga 1 try. Only this game, says Tavita. They have taken the quick tap now, and the All Blacks are trying to show Tonga how it's done with the quick tap. It's going to be Will Jordan now. Little chip in mind. Goes forward. Oh, it didn't find the hands of anyone, but Finley Christie now got it. And it's a little knock-on scrum feed once again to Tonga. 103-0 to Tonga. Says, to the ABs, says KCF. And also we have got Let's Go, 14 players as well, says Troy. And I'm glad my parents left Tonga and bore me in New Zealand Few, says Little Civilian. Tell mum to wake you up after a nap, Kiwi lads. And my parents are actually out and about. And I think they're going to be staying the night up the road a little bit. So I am going to be by myself. So if I end up falling asleep, I won't probably wake up, which is a little bit of a problem. But hopefully after having a bit of food, we will be well and truly energized and ready for a bit more rugby tonight. Because I feel like I probably did it very wrong. I decided to stay up extremely late last night, and I ended up watching the Springboks game, so I only got a few hours sleep. They are showing Jeff Wilson at the moment on the screen, and we have got, I'm glad my parents left time. Oh, I read that one. Put the time on the screen. Says Ed Vogel. Normally I would have a little time. John Kerwin having a bit of a boogie in the box, and the crowd are absolutely loving it. We have got I Left New Zealand because it's too boring as well, says Casey, and also Mukbang Show in between the games, says Honest Opinion. I mean, it would just be hot chips. So I don't know how much of a fun mukbang that would be. Me and George were going to do a KFC mukbang at some stage. We'll have to wait and see. And we always got John Kewen need some dance lessons, as well as Rio Game. And we always got come on Tonga last try wins. Maybe the All Blacks would be willing to play that role. Playing the All Blacks is not a matter of words. It's by guts and hard work, and exactly right. All front row going down. It's going to be a penalty there to Tonga. Another chance. Can they get the try? I want to see them get one. 5 minutes and 12 points. Let's see who will win as well, says Aman. and he needs some lessons from Scott Robertson, breaking out the breakdancer perhaps. Yep, who scores next wins the people's hearts as well. A few minutes left for Tonga lessons to ends. And I feel like it's one of those ones. Penalties conceded 12 against the All Blacks in this match. But I guess it's one of those ones when you have got the ball. I'll tell you what, that's actually pretty bad because of the fact that the time that they haven't had the ball isn't as much as the time that they've been on attack. So to be giving away that many penalties, they'll have to be a little bit careful with that one. Too many penalties from ABs, says Alice Ravelda. Is indeed, Lomax is so bad, mate, as well, says Smithy Toilet. And also we have got in there, AF, you should say Tonga so many times your tongue can't comprehend it anymore. Or you have said Tonga so many times, it's starting to come out as, oh no, I don't know what that word means. But now it's going to be a rolling maul. Tonga, they told a little bit of a dummy now using the back line. Can they get the try? Nasi Manu nailed in the tackle, and the All Blacks just straight over the ball once again. And Tonga need to make sure they're protecting the ball very nicely in the breakdown, or else they will take it straight away. They need to dig deep in the last few moments. Tell you what, if Tonga score here, like someone mentioned, they will be in people's hearts for showing the performance of just willing to keep on grinding away. Even though you're losing a game, they haven't taken a backward step here, Tonga. They have kept on going. And I feel like that is one thing that the crowd are absolutely loving. Oh, it's a drop ball. I jinxed them big time. But Finley Christie kicks it downfield, which means now Tonga are going to be back in possession. It's going to be in the hands of the number 12 here, Folokai. Oh, he's hit hard in the tackle by Akiri Oani. Rips the ball away as well. Now Finley Christie now trying to find that gap. Tui Pilotu getting his first carry, breaking the line. Tui Pilotu. And he's going through. And he scores the try. Right. Now it is certainly the case of can the All Blacks get the 100 or can Tonga get a try? I feel like there's one that's a little bit more likely at the moment, unfortunately, and it isn't in favour of Tonga at the moment. But this one now, All Blacks are going to be sitting on around 95 points at this stage. And we always got, that's the only one danger as well. And what part of New Zealand are you from, bro? I am from South Canterbury. So I am a couple hours south of the Crusaders is normally how I describe it. And we need to score 100, come on, boys, as well. And we always got 102-0. Good to see everybody or everyone only supporting Tonga Mana, as well, says Mark Roberts. And this game was never about winning for Tonga. It was all about surviving as well. Yeah, that's the thing, though. Like, they have been thrown in the deep end with their selection status because of the fact that some players weren't available. But the try now, score is 95-0. 5 points away from the 100. Can they do it? That's a big question. We will add Patrick Tuipulotu to our list of try scorers. I can't spell Tuipulotu. The same myself, unfortunately. Tuipulotu. There we go. And he scored in the 76th minute, giving the All Blacks just a little bit more of a lead at this stage. 95-0 to Tonga. To the All Blacks now. Yeah, only one dancer, Scott Robertson as well. Common. Can we get 100 as well? And damn, I predicted 100-0, says Tesla. You might be close here, to be fair. Currently 2 minutes left, and once again, it's going to be a quick ball. It's a little bit loose, though. Oh, Damian McKenzie's cleaned it up, though. Sells a bit of a dummy now. Damian McKenzie goes on the inside to Rico Ioane. Now it's going to be Sam Whitelock dragged down straight on the ball. Was Tonga, but not quite able to get it. Bowden Barrett with the little chip in mind. Tell you what, Will Jordan's got pace, and it almost set up for him, but he has been dragged down there. And because of it now, it means that it is going to be another scrum fee for Tonga. Very good, says Mark Roberts as well. And we have got, it will be a century or short, says Aman. And yeah, at this stage, I'm wondering if they can get to the 100. Next try wins was the statement. So hopefully we get to see one more in this matchup. But we are currently on 2,915. So I do thank you all very much for hitting that subscribe button. If you haven't already, be sure to hit it. And it is hugely appreciated. We are going to be back for next week's games. Fiji versus the All Blacks, and also Manu Samoa taking on Tonga for the Rugby World Cup qualifier. Who's been doing the best kicking? Says Miranda. I believe Bowden Barrett at this stage, or he's probably sitting, I think he's only missed one, whereas Mwanga missed about 5 or 4, I think it was. So Bowden Barrett at this stage, he has had the easier kicks, but he has been getting them as well. Dang it, we're not going to get there, says Rio Gamer. There's a chance, though. WTF 95-0. Yeah, it's a big score. How long left at this stage? It is going to be 1 minute left. And the Ratslock says, show brother as well. Well done. Mati Matonga as well. But at this stage, 1 minute left. Can Tonga get over the line? I've been rooting for them the whole time. Kiwi Lad's unsung hero for the commentary as well, says Alice Ravelda. And that's the thing. I love doing these live streams because of the fact that I give you guys who don't have access to the game, like looking at a scoreboard is great, but it doesn't really let you have a feel of what's happening. And of course, I am no means an expert in commentary at all. Like, I only just started talking in videos only about 10 months ago, but I try my best to keep you guys informed about what is happening in the game and just everything that's going on in the rugby world. We've got one more high-scoring match against Fiji next week as well, and left 30 years as well, and AB should take player off like the junior kids as well, says Neil. We also got shout out to the homies, Tinga. I feel like that is a swear word if I'm not wrong, but now it's going to be off the back with Tuipulotu. Once again for Tonga. Can they get over the line at the moment? It's on the halfway line for them. It's going to be tough for them, but they have been digging deep. That is the siren. They are not kicking this ball out here. Sells the dummy, tackled up by George Bauer. Straight on the ball was Lomax. Not able to get it. It's a penalty. And another penalty against Tyrell Lomax. They're trying to take the quick tap there, but George Bauer blocking it a little bit. Kiwi. Oi, oi, oi. You have a natural talent for it, Hamish. As well, says Scrumless. Thank you very much. You're doing a great job, bro. Keep it up, says Bully B. Keep up the good. Mahi, bro. Well done, says the Rasta Lock as well. And yeah, I do appreciate all of you guys in the support, or in the chat, I should say. Or tap and go. He's been met by Tyrell Lomax on the halfway line. Can Tonga? Oh, it's gone backwards here, which is good because the match will continue. Come on, we don't want to knock on or anything. That would be the last way I want to see this match in. Taulani now with a bit of a carry. No, it was Mataeli who did end up doing that one. I will read all the chat in a very short moment. It's going to be now in the hands of Sal Mali. And we have also got in the chat, thanks so much, you the best as well. Thank you very much. I do appreciate a quick answer from Tonga. Gone through the hands of Nasi Manu. Will Jordan lurking. They're on their 22 at the moment. And Nasi Manu not sure what to do. They are driving them backwards, and the All Blacks straight on that ball. It's going to be a counter-ruck. Jacobson steals it back. This is the chance for the 100 here. Can they bring up the century? Damian McKenzie goes out into the hands now of Bowden Barrett. Goes to Will Jordan. And he has been told to release him there, the tackler. Christie now goes back to Tuipulotu. Trying to find that one last try for the ABs here to bring up the 100. Going to be in the hands of Whitelock. Driving hard at line, tackled by Taulani. Christie now with a quick ball goes to Damian McKenzie. One more, firing the white ball. George Bridge one-on-one. What was that from the defender? He just let him go through. And it's going to be the 100. I'm not too sure what happened to Penikola Latu there. He kind of just stood still, unfortunately. And I meant that George Bridge ended up scoring the try. That is going to be the 100 for the ABs. 102-0, I believe, will be the end score in this match. It was, in the end, George Bridge was able to score it. McKenzie went out to Rico Ioane. He just kind of got wrong-footed and kind of just stood there, unfortunately. Didn't really look like he wanted to try and make the tackle on George Bridge. Got sold the wrong way, and the All Blacks score once again in this match. How many tries is that now? It's a huge amount, that is for sure. We will update the scoreboard. Bowden Barrett once again straight out in front. He has had the easier kick so far. Oh, okay. It's the tied amount that All Blacks have scored against Tonga with that kick going over for the most. So at this stage, they just needed one more kick to go over. Ian Foster, he will be relatively happy with that performance, I would think. But full-time, 102 to the All Blacks, 0 to Tonga. Tell you what, the chat is going extremely quickly at the moment. Do appreciate you all being here. Thanks, everyone, for only supporting Tonga Mana. 16 tries, says Rugby Six Nations. Yeah, it was a huge amount. In this one, GG All Blacks and Tonga as well. Next week, similar score against Fiji. Or Fiji, I feel like will put up a little bit more of a challenge, though. Maybe they'll be able to get over the line. Fiji, Tonga, I wanted them to score in this matchup. Is this rugby or cricket? Says Peter McKinley. Tell you what, if this were cricket and it was such as a test match, maybe, of course, the All Blacks pretty good at that. That would be quite a good opening partnership. Conway and also Latham working hard, I guess. We have got GG's all well done. Tonga as well, says Matu, and someone called that score. As well, says Scrum, 102 All Blacks, the Springboks. And England must be scared as well. And we have got Mr. Kick for the clean 100. It does look better with 100, but 102, we do get to see it on the scoreboard squeezed in at this stage. And cheers, says Tesla as well. Dang, that was solid. Says Lupe, GG, guys. See everyone later. Have a good night, everyone, as well. And Fiji ain't going to go down so easily, brother. Cheers, Hamish. Thanks, bro. Smashing, bro. As well, says that was the Rasta Locks. And also 5 minutes more, and Tonga could have caused a huge upset. Says why not? I just wanted them to score a try. Tonga, like, I felt like, it sounds weird to say, 102-0, I felt like they deserved a try. Like, because of the fact that some teams, when you get to that stage of just getting absolutely pummeled, some teams would just go, oh, yeah, we might as well just kind of take this easy. But Tonga were like, we still want to try and get over your try line. They were working hard. They were trying. But the All Blacks just a little bit too strong. Great on the breakdown as well. Going to be dangerous in the future. And also we have got what a cricket score as well. Technically Samoa and Tonga won because the AB's full of Islanders as well. Says Argentina also. Cheers, bro. Can't wait for the YouTube highlights now. Cheer and well done ABs and well done Tonga. He never given up. Chahu as well from Rosanna. And thank you very much, Hamish. Too much Ro as well from Narimu. Or Nyarimu, hopefully I've pronounced it correctly. I always ask that question, and also rate 1 to 10 on Tonga's performance. Are we looking at the scoreline or just in general? You don't score, you don't score. Simple as well, says Alice prevailed, and see you later, mate, and didn't beat the record sack Fozzie as well, says Fernando. And we also got, don't mess with those Fijian players from Europe. They are in different, or they are different form. They are different from. I'm not too sure what that last word is, but tell you what, the likes of Radraja and also Tuasova, I wish that we would have been able to see them play up against the All Blacks. Please Fiji, do us proud. These Tongan bloody, says honest opinion. And love from Oz sent my parents to his game. They're very happy as well, says Stevie. And also we have got in there, can the world champs sort this bunch out as well, says Smithy Toilet. It's a good question, that is for sure. But I am rating Tonga's performance, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best. I'm going to say a 3. A 3. That seems harsh, but I feel like the 3 points, one of them's for just not giving up. The other one is because of the fact that they did actually have some pretty nice phase play later on in the match. Not many meters carried. 46 defenders beaten by the All Blacks to the 2 of Tonga. Almost 1,000 meters carried as well for the All Blacks. The kicking, though, overall, I think they did a little bit better there. Tackles made. They missed 46 tackles. I might actually have to downgrade that to a 2. Unfortunately, because of that. Tackles missed, 131 tackles made by the All Blacks, 3 missed tackles. That is very impressive indeed. Tries for Will Jordan, he was able to score 5. Richie Moonga also was able to get 1. Brad Weber got 3. Dalton Bubbly 2. Bowden Barrett kicking 4 from 5. Damien McKenzie scoring. Tui Pelotu scoring. And also Rico Ioane, Luke Jacobson, and George Bridge, all try scorers. Bridge should have dropped the ball to piss everyone maybe some more off as well. I mean, it would have been the ultimate troll if he did it, to be fair. And we almost got in there as well. Tell you what, there is a lot of chat at the moment. Do appreciate you all being here. Yeah, Kiwis with Pacific descent as well, says Alice Reveld, and A3 is fair, bro, as well, says David Dallin. I feel harsh, but I feel like I would say up against Samoa, I'm going to be excited to see. Tell you what, we are flying up in subscribers at the moment. Thank you all very much for hitting that subscribe button. Hugely appreciated. We have gone up about 40 or so in this live stream. And go Tonga Puppy the All Black, as well, says Terapai Midi. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. And let's cheer for Fiji, as well, says Amora. Yeah, there's going to be a good matchup next week. Also the matchup between Tonga and Samoa. Both going to be on back-to-back. AB's Lucky Rajaja and Tuasova not in the Fiji team, but can't wait for the match. Thanks for the live stream, Vanaka. Thanks from Fiji, as well, says Sitavini. And yeah, appreciate you being here too, mate. And that's the thing. I was going to play this match on Rugby Challenge. And unfortunately, I ended up running out of time. And I feel like maybe, well, my result was certainly different to what it is here. But if I can edit that one, would you guys be keen to see that video on Rugby Challenge? I did play this match, played as some of the game as the All Blacks, some of the game as Tonga, to see if I could get an accurate scoreline. I didn't have this one, though. I'll be honest, just need correct selections to utilize this AB's team as well. Bring on Samoa and Tonga, should be good, says Luke Bay. And also we have got the All Blacks. Always look like they were going to win all the time. Yeah, it's one of those ones, as soon as they scored in the first minute, you kind of knew that it was going to be a lot of points. Like, I feel like there was no way around it, unfortunately. And we always got the All Blacks. Always looked, I read that one. If you are the 6 remaining, or sorry, if you are the 6 remaining ABs, you'd be a bit braced off not to have scored today too, says Ross. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, Will Jordan scoring 5 and also Papali getting 2. Weber getting 3. I thought that they were going to be kind of passed around a little bit more with who was scoring, but it kind of ended up with the same kind of guys for a start as it was, right? The All Blacks performance 1 to 10. I'll say an 8. That's harsh. Harsh as, yeah, I'm going 8. Reasoning being, they gave away about 14 penalties, which I feel like they can't be doing. And also there were quite a few handling errors for them throughout the match as well. But overall, like, I feel like if they had had less handling errors and less penalties against them, it would have been a 10 out of 10. But then also, yeah, 8 seems harsh. So I feel like I might have to take that back. And we haven't got credit to the Tongans and the AB squad too. And we have also got 3,000 subs here. We come to what, we are not too far off. Currently sitting 2,921. And at the moment, they are interviewing the Tongan captain here. Sanatane Tokoloa, he is emotional. He said that they are disappointed not to get the win, but they came here and they did their best. And they are saying thank you for everyone who did come out, support the boys. They gave it their all. And he said thank you, have a good night as well. Tell you what, that just shows how much it means to these guys to have a chance to play up against the All Blacks. Yes, the result didn't go their way, but it's just awesome that they are going to be able to play the game. Of course, all of the travel issues as well over the last couple of months, limiting international rugby. You know, it's pretty awesome. And can't rate because TG as well. And we also got, Too Good, I think that is. Back to the drawing board for Tonga, but the learning curve was totally worth it. It was indeed. And also we have got, who would have thought 100 points could be done in a modern era of rugby as well, says Devon. And yeah, at this stage, the All Blacks were pouring it on for first timer here. Nice work, bro, as well from Simon Brown. Thank you very much for tuning in, mate. Kiwi Lads, brother. Mind putting a 10 next to the Tongan scoreline. Tongans will be satisfied losing by 2 as well. You think I should sneak one, do you? We just imagine that. Anyone who tunes in now, right? We just go like that. And it's a beautiful scoreline. Well done, Tonga. We also got in there NZ and celebrate tomorrow. We'll talk about this game for a week and also thoughts on the Wallabies versus France score margin. It's going to be interesting because I know France also have a couple players that aren't going to be available. So we'll have to wait and see how that goes for them. But I think because they are going to Australia, it means that they are almost the underdogs, even though they possibly have the better side, depending on who they pick. That's going to be an awesome midweek match to watch as well. We have also got their GD Tonga as well, and this is the golden mark as well when Tonga won as well. This is better for you live the game. Your website talk too much. I assume that is I talk too much, and I would 100% agree with you. I am a rambler when it comes to these, but yeah, unfortunately, due to licensing, any showing of any footage would get us taken straight down off YouTube, and then I would only be able to talk to myself, which is unfortunate. This is a golden benchmark when Tonga improves beyond expectations in the near future. And at this stage, let's go. This is the first time that the All Blacks made it to 102 as well. 102-0, says Jet Lees. And thoughts on Marcus Smith. He's looking like an exciting prospect for England. I'm excited to see him. I think he is in the starting lineup to play USA, which I am hopefully going to do that match as well. Will you do every international match in the coming weeks, bro? Says Alice Revealed. I'm hoping to. I don't know whether I'll get every single one in this weekend, just because of the fact that I didn't sleep much last night, because I kind of had a very late night. So I'm not sure whether I'll get them all in this week, but on the future weeks, I am hoping to do every single game. Although these late night ones, starting at like 5 a.m., they do take it out of you a little bit. I'll be honest, Tonga final with Kangaroos Rugby League World Cup 2021. I personally don't know much about him. Seems like he's pretty hyped as well. Tonga scores 103. Right, we better change that back. They unfortunately in this match ended up scoring 0, but we changed it for a couple of the Tongan supporters in the chat. It was a shame that they weren't quite able to get over the line. We were rooting for them the whole time, but in the end, All Blacks were able to score 102 points. The Wallabies and France should be an old grudge match from way back. Never underestimate either team as well. And 9 of the 2020-21 All Blacks scored today. So that is pretty impressive as well. Well done, Tonga nailed it as well. Just keep up on the piss, you'll be right as well, says Alice Revealed. And All Blacks score 102 against Tonga in 2000 as well. I think they said that it is matching the highest score that the All Blacks have gotten against Tonga. If I'm not wrong, Tonga is brave because they stood there for ABs to slot for 80 minutes. Yeah, they didn't back down. And yes, it's one of those ones that it didn't go their way, but they never gave up in this match. Like, they were fighting right to the end, and you could see how much it meant to them at the end when they were interviewing the captain. He was almost in tears because of the fact they've been through a lot to even be able to play in New Zealand for this one. And we have got New Zealand, or Fiji is number 1 rank in Oceania, not in rugby, but in COVID-19 cases. Yeah, that's looking not ideal for Fiji as well. Congratulations to Tonga, 103 well as well. It says flying 3 and high. Flying 3 at high? I think I pronounced that wrong. Possibly unbelievable. Tonga are a tier 1 nation in rugby league. Samoa to follow suit. Let's go Rugby League World Cup as well. That's coming up as well. Did you watch Euro 2020? I didn't actually get a chance, unfortunately. That's the thing. I have been following rugby like pretty much. It's the only sport I get time to be able to watch as well. It's just like adults playing rugby with kids as well. Yeah, it's rough. I think you should have a rest, bro, as well, says Jay. I'm thinking about it. I might consider having some food, and while that food's cooking, maybe get my editing done for my match that I did do between Tonga and the All Blacks. But it's a completely different result, I will say that. Not quite the scoreline. Oh, you will, and you will, says Archie as well. And we almost got Tonga still a good team. They had too much new caps. Yeah, they had about 14 players in their starting lineup and bench that were on debut. So it is a huge number indeed. Japan would destroy Tonga now. And yeah, Japan are going to be playing in a couple hours' time up against Ireland, which should be a very exciting matchup to watch as well. We always got other Pacific nations need their own Super Rugby competition to become more match hardened. And that's the thing. They're adding 2 teams to Super Rugby, Moana Pacifica and Fiji Drew. And maybe it opens up the opportunity to bring more teams in the future if it does work out well. Throughout a highlights video as well, says Tetzel, although it is actually Rugby Challenge highlights rather than the real-life highlights. If I did the real-life highlights, I would get copyright striked straight away, unfortunately. Hi, Kiwi lads, what did you think of the score? Says Barry Green. I mean, it's a good score for the All Blacks. I would have just loved to be able to see Tonga score that 1 try, but they weren't quite able to. It's hard to critique the All Blacks when they play games where they're not tested. That is true as well. Although 14 or so penalties against them, I feel, will be where they really will want to knuckle down and make sure that they can get it right, because 14 is just a few too many, unfortunately, for them. And also a few handling errors slipping in there as well. That's true. Facing France or Springboks will accurately rate us as well, says Smithy Toilet. And yeah, we only got to wait a couple more months. Then it is going to be the Springboks taking on the All Blacks. Going to be exciting tomorrow. Last 2 quarterfinals, says Aman as well. And I believe that would be is that in the under 21? Or not too sure. Georgia versus Tonga, who wins? I think Georgia, maybe a little bit. I think Georgia, it would be a closer game, I think. But I think Georgia, the way they played against the Springboks was actually very impressive for them there. Yes, they lost the match by quite a few points, but they also had moments where they hung in there, go and eat something, get some rest, Hamish as well, says David. And also we have got in the chat, Go Tonga, says Sulueti. Sulueti? Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. And also All Blacks come down. Tonga was there. Was only there for beer in the sheds as well. And didn't watch the game, but what about a strong development towards the World Cup with that score as well? And that's the thing. Ian Foster, he mentioned this game and the games to come are to try and get the All Blacks back to that number 1 position in the world. So it's going to be one of those ones that maybe if they can, keep on building, they might be able to do so. And we also got Barry Green has said, please do a post-match review with the Rugby Guru. I will send him a message, see if he does reply. And thoughts on Peter Steph Toy. He's a good player. He's good in the breakdown. I got to see him a little bit in the Rainbow Cup South Africa, but he had moved teams. I'm pretty sure, if I'm not wrong. Did he move teams? Was he the one who moved teams? I think he might not have, actually, now I think about it. But if he did move teams, he kind of was just settling in. And I feel like he's one of those players that is a danger to have in those loose forward trios. We also got thought it would be at least 70 as well, says this news. OMG ABs got 100 from OB Snake as well. Yeah, they did extremely well there. And we have got Dane Coles drank them all as well. And we have got in there Tonga just too weak, says Obi. Although, to be fair, with the amount of debutants that they had to put out on the field, like in their starting lineup, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of their players haven't got a cap for Tonga up till now. We have got Barry Green has got the laughing faces as well. World class, incredible player as well, says Smithy. And also Maori ABs, British and Irish Lions versus Lions. When will it start? It starts at 4 a.m. in New Zealand, I believe. And Fierce says OB Snake as well. Hope the hiding helps Tonga with their rebuilding the Rugby World Cup preparations as well. And that's the thing. They've got to get straight into it because they are going to be playing Samoa next week. And that is going to be the first of 2 Rugby World Cup qualifying matches. There's so many test matches. There's so many rugby matches after this. There is indeed. There is Ireland, Japan, also Wales versus Canada, England versus the US. Then you've got the British and Irish Lions taking on the Emirates Lions. It's just, it's going to be a busy weekend, that's for sure. And we also got, they should definitely put the cream on the new chemistry as well. Says that was the snooze. And Peter Steph is poor, says dude, imperfect. And then we have also got you can never beat Tonga. They just ran out of time as well, says Brian. And yeah, that's the thing. They had that fighting spirit right till the last moment. Like even in the 75th, they were like, right, kick for the corner. Let's get this going. 10 phases. And they were just trying to break through, but the All Blacks just wouldn't stop them, unfortunately. And we have also got in there great sportsmanship from Sam Whitelock getting involved in the Tongan celebrations, the best qualities of a leader, correct choice by having him as captain. Yeah, it is good to see him in that captain's jersey for the first time for 2021 as well, leading the boys out onto the field. It was Dane Coles who led the haka for the All Blacks as well. Normally Aaron Smith or Perenara, but at this stage, yeah, it is just great to see him back in the captains. Or has he? No, he hasn't been captain before, I don't think. Has he, Sam Whitelock? Maybe not. So it is good to see him get his first opportunity. And yeah, he is a great sportsman. At the end of the day, they just all love playing rugby out there, most of them anyway. And it is one of those occasions that Tonga, they've been through some hard stuff to be able to get to this moment. So it is pretty awesome that they do have those celebrations afterwards. And we have Oldscott in there on your Hamish. Great service, mate. Next weekend scheduled in, says Ross. Thank you very much, mate. And I do look forward to seeing you there as well. Can't wait. Or still can't believe how England beat AB in the Rugby World Cup 2019. I think a lot of Kiwis can't forget that moment, unfortunately for them. But yeah, England just played very well in that game. No matter what, it's good that Tonga haven't got any cards, says Aman. That is true. They had very good discipline in this match. Only given away about 5 or so penalties, I think. In the end, they played better on the day. They were incredible. Can't complain as well. I'm sure that Tonga coach is going to be fired after this one. I don't think he will. Because, I mean, what was he supposed to do when pretty much all of your best international players are overseas and you can't get them back? Like, it's one of those ones that, unfortunately, you know, you're kind of stuck in that position of, you got to find what you can. And he found a few decent players, like the likes of, I feel like out of those players, Sione Tuipulotu impressed me very much in that number 8 jersey. I feel like he's going to be in that kit for maybe next match as well. Let's just watch the All Blacks smash people left, right, and centre this year, as well as this dude imperfect. Where's Joe Moody as well? And they're from Ed Vogel. He is injured. He's got a toe injury, but I think he's going to be back in a couple months' time. Tonga keep their calm. This is what Fijian players lose so easily. Their temper as well, says Aman. And also Ireland versus Japan, Wales versus Canada, Lions versus British and Irish Lions, Romania versus Argentina. These matches are all on soon. Yeah, they are. I feel like the next ones, if I do commentary for these other games, they may be a little bit more laid back because I might be half asleep during them. But I feel like you guys, if you do want to still tune in for those ones, be sure to check it out. I will still be talking about the game. I just may not be able to name the players as well as I did in this one. Dane did a good job with the hug. He did indeed. And yeah, it's one of those ones. Also, the Maori All Blacks haka, it was pretty awesome seeing how many different people they had leading different parts. And I feel like it's just all about the rugby. Everyone coming together. Are you going to react to Ireland versus Japan game? I think I am. At this stage, I haven't got a thumbnail or anything made, but I think I will make one up and we will be giving it a look. If I am still awake, I will say I will have some food and see if that wakes me up a little bit. Well, hope we just get on the scoreboard against the best team on any given day as well, says the snooze. And Mo'unga wasn't really impressive. He had a few moments, Richie Mo'unga, but the 3 players that I will say that stood out for me in that back line. Brad Weber at 9 had a very good game, distributing the ball very nicely. Then McKenzie linking up with him. He wasn't really playing that fullback role too much. He was kind of more in that first or second receiver. So it was pretty awesome that he was getting so many opportunities there. And then out the back line went to Will Jordan. And it was a nicely done, great game. That was Rugby Itch in the chat. Has a great game from the All Blacks, sorry. Will Jordan will be better than Ben Smith as well. And Rugby Itch, you are in the chat. I sent a message to someone about possibly doing a post-match review. Are you keen? Because I can send you an invite and you can come sit right here, I think, if you do want to come on, if you are keen for that. And we have I still say that 2019 England were lucky to win because they were just distributing play as well, or disturbing play, sorry, says Aman. And Tonga just there on vacation as well. Wallabies versus France. So yeah, and you don't have to be Maori to lead a haka as well, says Obi Snake. Yeah, and I feel like that is one of those ones that, like, the culture behind the haka is like incredible, but it's one of those ones that also part of it is accepting like everyone else into it kind of thing and letting them learn. Like, we had to learn a little bit of Maori at school. Like, I can say 2 sentences, I think, which is Homa erema katahi kono kata kata, which is high five, just kidding, because of course that is what you need to use in life. And then also kakite koe i tera wiki, which is almost relevant because that is see you next week. It's currently -1 degrees here in where I live. That is not ideal. And his 3% of Maori blood qualified him to lead the haka as well, says Alice revealed. And we have also got hit the like, says Obi Snake. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button for sure. Just post my video first and I'll let you know on the chat when I am ready Says a rugby itch and can't deny that England Lucy's destroyed the ABs in 2019. Thanks everyone for the Tonga Mana support. Only in Finley Christie was amazing too. All debutants did extremely well for their first game. They did indeed. Thrown in the deep end to face the All Blacks in your first game, but it worked out for them a little bit. You would say that they've got a little bit more experience, and I feel like a team like the All Blacks is a perfect team to try and kind of learn off, because they were playing some very good rugby. The backline movement was smooth today for the All Blacks, which is why they managed to get to that 102 points. I am just looking at the stats. Possession and territory both in the favour of the All Blacks. They were only 11 metres short of hitting 100 running metres in this matchup. Very close. How about Luke Jacobson's performance? He was amazing, says Dude Imperfect. Yeah, he stood up in their number 8 jersey. Both sides, their number 8s were phenomenal. And Luke Jacobson, I am so glad to see him back. And number 8, he had a fantastic Super Rugby Trans-Tasman, and now he's getting rewarded with minutes for the All Blacks. And I hope this isn't the last time we see him. Of course, they've got Satutu, though, who will probably end up being in that game up against Fiji. But Luke Jacobson still, for me, like, he's one of those players, I feel like I have my little favourites, and I feel like he's kind of up there. I feel like I quite enjoy watching him play. Him and Quintupai as well. I was glad to see him have a decent game. Would have loved to see him get over the try line, of course. And we have got who stood out for you tonight, Hamish, says David. I feel like there's an obvious one, but I feel like it's also, I might go with someone different. Of course, Will Jordan, scoring 5 tries. Anytime he touched the ball, it just meant that they were going to be in a very dangerous attacking position. But I also think the amount of times Damian McKenzie passed the ball to people that then got them a try, I feel like he's got to be up there as well, because of the fact that he distributed the ball very nicely. He was playing almost a first or second receiver role rather than the fullback on attack, and it was just opening up opportunities, and he was just firing it out the back line, picture-perfect passes as well from that man who's the unsung hero on today's match. I feel like maybe that is also, you could go with Damian McKenzie. Or maybe, unsung hero, I was going to say Dalton Pavali, but of course he scored 2 tries, so I feel like that kind of makes him slightly not unsung, if that makes sense. I want to say Sione Tuipulotu for Tonga, I think was actually very up there in terms of the performance that he put in. Anytime there was an opportunity to carry the ball, he was like, yep, that's me, I'll do it, and just ended up getting whacked time after time by that All Blacks defence, but he kept on going as well. Yeah, Damien went hard as well, says Alice Revelled, and we have also got there England, Australia, Ireland, Wales, and Scotland all better as well, says Faith, and we have got England. We're still... See, that's the thing. Anytime someone mentions the World Cup, then all of a sudden the debate just goes huge in terms of both sides. The All Blacks needed a playmaker like McKenzie after Israel Dag left as well, says Dude Imperfect. And that's the thing. Geordie Barrett came on the field late alongside Bowden Barrett. Bowden Barrett actually had a pretty decent performance off the bench. But it's one of those ones at the same time. Geordie Barrett was pretty quiet. So I feel like they might start him in the next match to give him a decent opportunity to be able to do something kind of from the start of the game. But yeah, Damian McKenzie was just very good. Our worst player of the match, says Alice Revealed. I feel bad. I don't want to name a worst player. I'm looking through the lineup. Who do you go with? For the All Blacks, I don't think you can say one player was the worst, other than maybe off the bench. Maybe, I know Tyrell Lomax gave away a couple penalties since coming out onto the field, but I don't think I can give anyone else the worst player award. Sam Molly for the line-out, you got to say, for a guy on debut, like the All Blacks were able to score quite a few, or steal quite a few line-outs, but I feel like with the pressure he was under, with the likes of Whitelock and whatnot on the other side, it's very tough to be able to have a good line-out throw. We have also got the USA beats England tomorrow. Be interesting if that is the case. I feel like I'm going to be up for that game as well. My sleep schedule has gone down the drain at this stage. I've been doing live streams all through the night. I think I went to sleep at about 8 a.m. last night or this morning, and then woke up at 1 and then was rearing to go for these live streams. But yeah, it is fun, even though it is pretty draining on the body. Definitely after having the cold that I had in the last week. We have got Mum. Can we have Will Jordan at home and Suits Avalele Fussy as well, says Smithy Toilet. And also, don't forget New Zealand 3 Rugby World Cup and 1 runner-up bro, as well, says Aman. And also underrated AB player, says Ed Vogel. I'd say, or underrated is a hard one, because I know like a lot of people rate the players of the All Blacks pretty much for being in the All Blacks. Like some of these guys, like you say, Dalton Papali'i, he's probably a name that people don't know as much as they should because he is a future star for the All Blacks, I feel. And we've also got between Coles and Mo'unga for me, contrasted by their usual best, as well, says Alice Ravel. Lomax was pretty rubbish as well. Says Smithy thought that AB is overrated anyway. Says Ed Vogel. That's kind of, yeah, that's why it's hard to pick one who was in that situation of being the underrated player. And we always got to go get pizza. Oh, I want pizza. Can you bring me a pizza, Smithy Toilet? I don't know where you are in the country, but can it be here in like 5 minutes? We always got there between Coles and Mo'unga for me, contrasted by their usual best. As well, says Alice Revealed, and thanks to you lads for the stream tonight, bro. Says Machu, no worries, mate. And thank you very much for tuning in as well. We have got Terapai Miri has said, go Tonga Papi Air Taumia. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. And we have also got in first back-to-back World Cup, or first team back-to-back, and make critics wrong, when winning first World Cup and winning away from home as well. Yeah, All Blacks very strong. Hopefully the next Rugby World Cup, we will be able to go, all right, are you going to do a Rugby Challenge 4 stream anytime soon, says Kyle? I know that I have been putting it off, unfortunately. Maybe I need to do one while the chips are cooking, although it would be a very short one, so it would be a little bit unfortunate. I might actually do one on the Kiwi Lads Sport channel, maybe at some stage. It's just one of those ones that at this stage, I end up like, I go to sleep, I wake up, I edit and do the, thumbnails and everything for these, do my research. And then I end up doing the live streams, sleeping, and doing the same thing the next day, like over the weekend. So maybe a midweek stream. And I did say that last week and I didn't do it. But this week, I will try for a midweek stream. And maybe I will be able to get George on as well, Kyle, to try and make up for it a little bit. Yeah, thanks, bro. See you later as well. Thank you to you for another 10 out of 10 stream, Hamish, as well from Scrum Lesson. Thank you very much for tuning in. Keep up the streams. As well, says Alice Revealed. Yeah, the streams at the moment, they have been doing extremely well with you guys. Like, you guys have been enjoying them. You have been liking, you have been subscribing. We're already going up a few more subscribers. We're 2 away from 2,930 at this stage. We are flying up. As Isaac said, David, he has gone back up the road for his course that he does. He is studying to be a teacher. So he is going to be, he is up the road about 3 hours or so, which is why he hasn't been in as many videos. But he was in the final one for Super Rugby Trans season, which was pretty awesome as well. And we have got see you later, Scrum Lass. And don't forget Akira Ioane's performance as well. Says Dude Imperfect. Yeah, he had a good game as well. Like the loose forwards for the All Blacks, it's one of those ones, I guess you could say Akira Ioane, Papali'i, and Jacobson, they're probably not the most well-known players, if that makes sense. Like they're well-known, of course, here in New Zealand, but I feel like internationally, maybe Akira Ioane, but he's probably in that situation of being known as maybe Rieko Ioane's brother. But then Papali'i and Jacobson are two guys who probably haven't been talked about too much, definitely because of the fact that Jacobson hasn't got many caps at all. So hopefully that is going to be the trio, maybe that they go with a couple more times. But then they have also got Savia Satutu. Ethan Blackadder came off the bench, looked decent as well. New Zealand were ripped apart after last year's performance as well. Says Smithy thought that the All Blacks aren't back. We need to test ourselves against the big names as well. And that's what Ian Foster said in his press conference. He was saying about the goal is to make it to number 1 in the world. So we need to keep on performing in these games to be able to make it there. He said it like this, good games, good. Yeah, I couldn't think of what he would have actually said in the thingy, so I just made it up. Unfortunately, you guys can probably tell that I haven't had a lot of sleep because my brain goes to scrambles once it happens. Where's your partner, bro? As I said, man, I'm not sure who my partner is. Is that George? If I'm not wrong. But in this case, he did end up going home because he wanted to eat ice cream. So that is why he is not here. A bit of a shame that he isn't. But, ice cream, he was like, yep, I'll be having that. What game are you streaming next, says George Polo? I am hoping to do the Japan versus Ireland game. It may be a little bit more chilled out than this one, but it will still be me just chatting about the game with you guys in the chat as well. So please be sure to check that out if I do end up doing that game, which is going to be in around 2.5 hours' time as well. If I don't, know that I am probably asleep. I've had 5 hours of sleep. It tells said Smithy Toilet, me too, mate. And I feel like it's catching up with me a little bit. How many picked from the Blues, bro, as well, says Aman. Is that in the whole squad or just in this match? Because in this match, for that side, we will look at the New Zealand side. So you've got in that starting lineup, Tunoki Awhi for the Blues. You've also got Akira Ioane, Papali'i. Then you have got Rieko Ioane. So 4 players from the Blues. Then for the Hurricanes, I believe it was just Dane Coles in that starting lineup. Then for the Chiefs, they actually had around 5 players, I believe, for the Chiefs in that starting lineup as well, which is pretty awesome for them. And then the Crusaders had about 4. No sign of any Highlanders players in this match, though. I believe Aaron Smith is almost one of the only Highlanders players who are on the whole squad. Surely not, though. Surely they have got a couple other names in there as well. I am just looking through the list. Ethan de Groot is there as well from the Highlanders, and Shannon Frizzell, but he is injured at the moment. And then you've also got, Aaron Smith, and I think there may be one more, if I'm not wrong as well. We always go, okay, Hamish, flick a notification if you're going to stream later. You sound tired, bro. Go get some rest, bro. Peace, says David. Yeah, I will see how I go. Hopefully I will be able to stay up for it, but my eyes are starting to look like I'm half in zombie mode. We have got, are you going to do Lions versus British and Irish Lions? I want to. It's just whether or not I will still be able to be pretty much complacent. Is that the right word? Pretty much be able to talk quick enough to be able to do the live streams. But yeah, nonetheless, I think that is almost going to be the end of this one. I will quickly check in. Are you still in this chat, Rugby Itch? Do let me know, because I wasn't sure whether you wanted to jump on straight onto this live stream or on a new post-match review type thingamabob. But do let me know if you are still here as well. But for anyone who is just tuning in, 16 tries for the All Blacks in this one, 11 conversions kicked, 989 meters carried for them in this match, 47 defenders beaten, 21 clean breaks, and then also tackles made. They only missed 3. And we have also got sleep's more important, brother, always important. I recommend sleep, refresh your mind as well, says Smithy Toilet. Yeah, so I may end up missing the British and Irish Lions match, which seems like a shame, because it is going to be an exciting contest to watch. Maybe I'll have a nap. I haven't actually ever napped, I don't think. I'm not much of a napper. And I don't know whether you guys are either, but for some reason with me, if I nap, I end up feeling a lot more tired, because I don't really know how long you're supposed to nap for. I think it's like 2 hours or somewhere around there. And then you are, or too much. Maybe 2 hours is too much. Not too sure. Good. My brain stopped working. But in this match, Will Jordan able to score 5 tries. Richie Mo'unga getting 1, kicking at 64% for his kicks. Then Brad Weber was able to get the hat-trick. Dylan Pavali got 2. Bowden Barrett got 1. Bowden Barrett kicked 4 from 5 in this one as well. And we have also got there Damian McKenzie, Patrick Tuipulotu, Rico Ioane, Luke Jacobson, and also George Bridge were the other try scorers. This is great for me in the Philippine Islands. Offshore, my pocket Wi-Fi connects to you. Thanks, amigo, as well. Says Aaron, no worries, mate. And it is awesome to see, like, all of you guys from around the world who do tune into these live streams. Sleep Bros, 7 hours minimum. People should sleep daily as well, says Aman. And normally I'm pretty good with my sleep. Like, even if I end up going to bed extremely late, I normally end up, like, I always go for 8 hours. Like, any less than 8 hours, my brain doesn't really work. And it's one of those ones that normally 8 hours is my go-to. And even if I go to sleep at like 5 a.m., I make sure I sleep right up until at least 1 in the next kind of day. So I feel like tonight, when I go to sleep, I'm going to be sleeping till probably tea time tomorrow, depending on how it goes. But yeah, at this stage, I think I will be not too bad in terms of the sleepiness. But yeah, we will have to wait and see. Indeed, and we have got well done as well, says Abdul Malik. And welcome in. And sleep, 7 hours sleep reduces risk of cancer, as well, says Aman. But yeah, I'll probably make up for the sleep that I have missed tonight or yesterday over the next couple of days as well. Apalele Fussy must be feeling like those rip-off food brands you find at the shops as well, says Billy Toilet. But I think we have lost Rugby Itch in the chat as well. So I think this is going to be, oh no, yes. Oh, that was right on cue, mate. Right. We will, you're a Hotmail or a Gmail guy? I can't quite remember, but I will send you a link nonetheless. It is going to be slightly laggy, possibly, I will warn, but hopefully it isn't too bad. Control C, right. We will look at the mail. It must be a Gmail, I think, if I'm not wrong. So we will have a guest on this live stream, ladies and gentlemen, for a little bit of a quick post-match review. And where is he? There he is. We will send him a nice little link. There you go, Rugby Itch. That one should come through. And we have got check your health too, bro. As well, says Aman. And also, I noticed your picture quality a bit bad. Yeah, for some reason, on this live stream, the quality of network seems to be very low. My picture quality is 720p, which is weird because of the fact that I did actually upgrade my streaming software. It cost a lot of money. unfortunately. But yeah, hopefully it sorts itself out before the late night live streams, because I mean the internet connection for me is one of those ones that I love having it, that it's crystal clear. But at this stage for this live stream, I feel like this was the worst live stream that it could have been. Like, yeah, that it could have been possibly in better qualities. Fiji and All Blacks, who will win? I think All Blacks, with this form that they've found, I think they will still end up winning the next match up against Fiji. But I think Fiji will be able to score at least one try, is my prediction in that one. Weekend is okay, but weekdays rest pro. Yeah, I normally end up sleeping pretty much throughout the whole week, trying to catch up my hours that I have missed out on the weekend. Do you play on Xbox? Your name on Xbox? I do, actually. And while I am typing that in, we have got our guest here. We'll add you to the stream, mate. Oh, you're a little bit small. There we go. Side by side, how's it going?
Yeah, all good, all good. How are you?
I am well, thank you. And did you enjoy that match is the first question I will ask you.
Yeah, that was a great match to watch. I mean, it was you could say an obvious display from the All Blacks that they were going to do pretty well and dominate the whole game. But I was actually pretty impressed by Tonga, to be frank. I mean, at some periods of the game, I think after the 25th minute, they had at least 16 minutes, I believe, where they really just held on to the ball and actually had a few phases in their play. But at the end of the day, they weren't able to do anything really with the ball. You know, even within the lineouts and scrums, the All Blacks would just overturn the ball, simple like that. So yeah, at the end of the day, I think the All Blacks were just really too much of a dominant force, to say the least. But I'm very happy to see a lot of players stand out within this game for sure.
See, that's the thing. I'm not sure whether you were the same. I was hoping Tonga could score a try late in that match.
I was cheering for them the whole game. I was like, come on, Tonga, score a try. But yeah, it just wasn't their day, really.
No, but you could see after in the post-match review, like they have been through a lot to be able to get just to New Zealand for the sake of being able to play this game. And the match next week up against Samoa, I'm not sure whether they're going to have those international players back, but that could be quite a physical matchup between those two sides. And All Blacks overall, other than Weber, who took a bit of a head knock, I don't think they had any serious injuries in this match, which is probably quite beneficial for them heading into those matches up against Fiji.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Like with Brad Weber, he was really the only player who actually had an injury. But to be perfectly honest, I was actually happy with what Finley Christie did actually when he came off the bench. I thought he was brilliant for the All Blacks when he came off, and obviously it's you could say a debut for him as well. You know, this is the first time he's played for the All Blacks in that sense. And yeah, it's just a good moment for him, obviously. But I think Quinn Zapata, I was very impressed by throughout the whole game. I mean, we obviously had our video beforehand where we talked about how much of an impact he could have, and he was great throughout the whole game. Obviously, he didn't play the full 80, what I would have liked, but at the same time, he got the starting position, which is what I wanted, and that combination with Reiko was very good. And in my opinion, I thought the best try of the game was actually Reiko's try, where Beauden Barrett actually chipped the ball over the defense. Quintana just latched onto it and just did a quick pass towards Reiko, and Reiko was able to sprint across and score a try underneath the post. So I thought that was the best try throughout the game. But yeah, I mean, Will Jordan was just it's just Will Jordan. He's just too good. He's too good. He is. The
ball just sticks to him. Like the way he took that high ball in the middle. Like
he's so good. He's literally he's the most clinical try scorer I've seen since Julian Sevilla. In my opinion, I haven't seen anyone as clinical in try scoring as Julian Sevilla. He's just, it's literally what you said. Like it's glued to his hands. Like every single time he has the ball, he's just able to outgas every player. And I think like 4 times, like the exact same try happened where he just went down the right hand side. McKenzie passed him the ball. He just outpaced everyone. I'm like, is this like? I was so surprised that Tonga weren't able to catch up to him. But at the same time, it's Will Jordan, and he's sensational. I really think he has the ability to go far. And in the future, I think he can really take the All Blacks, maybe to a World Cup victory, in my opinion. But obviously, that's a prediction for the future. But we'll have to wait and see.
And we always got in the chat. Henry Samuel has said hi. Well, is this the biggest high scoring game? Sorry, and I think the biggest one was up against Japan.
Yes,
I think someone mentioned earlier on. But we have also got All Blacks 102-0, says Dominic, and also Fiji 2 good team, but Radradra and Tuasova not there as well. That is a good point. They are 2 players that we would absolutely love to see up against the ABs, but unfortunately they are missing them for that one. Asking prediction for next week. Who are you going for in the Tonga versus Samoa game, and also All Blacks Fiji? What are you thinking?
Ooh, Tonga Samoa will be a very interesting game, but in my opinion, I think Samoa can actually do it. I was very impressed by them against the Maori All Blacks. I thought they really held their own. Obviously, they didn't get the result they wanted, but they still scored like 21 points on the board. So, in my opinion, I think Samoa might just outdo them. But I think obviously for New Zealand, I mean against Fiji, I think you just have to go with New Zealand. But I think the real question is just how much they're going to score by, because in my opinion, I don't think it'll be as big as a margin it was today, but I do think they'll still be. This is probably a strong say, but I think they'll be over the 50 mark in my opinion. But you just don't know with with Fiji and how they are, in my opinion, I'd say slightly above Tonga and Samoa, but not by a lot. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. But yeah, what do you think for the prediction? Like, what do you think for both games?
Well, I'm terrible with my predictions,
Yeah.
of course, but I'd say I said earlier on Fiji. I don't think they're going to beat the All Blacks, but I think they're going to be able to score more points than Tonga did. I feel like with the likes of Vula and just that back line, I feel like there's going to be a chance of them being able to get over the line at least once. But we'll have to wait and see. That match, I feel like Tonga, if their players come back from overseas, they will have a very close match with Samoa. But at this stage, they had, I think it's 9 out of their 15 players in that starting lineup were on debut.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's one of those ones that, maybe experience may play a factor, but I think they're still going to put up a big fight because Tonga, as we saw in this match, they're not going to back down even when they have their back to the wall, that is for sure. And we always got in there, Sam has said, no, GG All Blacks, I'm Tongan, so up the Tongan team and also all the way. But we got this in the second game. We weren't trying as well, says Sam. And we have also got in there, Henry Samuel has said, who is the other guy? That is Rugby Itch. He has a YouTube channel as well. He covers normally Southern Hemisphere, a little bit of Northern Hemisphere, or just Southern?
I'd say I cover mostly Southern Hemisphere, but I obviously love to cover the Six Nations because I feel it's such a great competition to cover. And yeah, it's really just one of those which I've started recently. So if you guys are definitely new to me, definitely head to my channel, Rugby Itch, and I'll give you more content similar to the Kiwi lad right here.
Yeah, one moment. I'm quickly going to do a bit of a cheeky one. We go like this. We go like.
Oh, the cheeky plug. The cheeky plug.
Cheeky plug. The cheeky plug indeed. And we will put this one as Rugby Itch. Boom. Right. And we will pin that as well. So anyone who hasn't already, be sure to go check out Rugby Itch's channel. He does cover a lot of sport over there, or a lot of rugby, I should say. And at this stage, he's very knowledgeable, I will admit. He's got good knowledge around the Southern Hemisphere competition. So, yeah, be sure to check him out as well. And we always got highlights will be mental. They will indeed. There'll be a long video for them as well. Imagine if they tried to do it like the Northern Hemisphere ones, how they try and squeeze them into 3 minutes.
Oh, that'd be terrible. It'd be terrible.
Yeah, 16 tries, I think it was, for the All Blacks in this one. Huge number. I love this game as well, says Shadow Ninja Ghost. And then on the other side of it, Batman has said, worst game I've ever seen as well.
Wow.
And then we have got Aman, has got 100% Fiji, going to get 2 yellow cards as well. Yeah, maybe discipline could be a little bit of a problem. That's the thing. The All Blacks discipline overall, I think they go away about 15 penalties.
They should have had a yellow card. They literally should have had, I think, 2 yellow cards. But, of course, the games we're playing with in New Zealand, it's against Tonga. It's one of those which, I feel like in a real test match, New Zealand would have had at least 2 yellow cards. But, of course, it's one of those situations where, they were very good in actually how, they obviously conceded the penalty, and then they let Tonga have a phase. And then they would have, get the ball back and then score another try, then concede another penalty. So it's not like infringing every single time. They're doing it at split moments. So, yeah, I don't give credit there to the All Blacks. But I still think they should have had a yellow card in one of them at least. But, yeah.
Because, of course, in the game between the Maori All Blacks and Manu Samoa, Manu Samoa ended up with 2 in that one. So it's going to be interesting to see how many cards there are in that game between Samoa and Tonga. People in the chat have said that maybe Samoa could end up having their discipline let them down and give Tonga that little bit of an edge in that regard. But we have also got in there, Tonga played world-class team while Samoa played who haven't played or haven't made the All Blacks. So all Maori All Blacks as well. And subscribe, brother, says Smithy Torda, and GG says Chase Williams as well. And Batman has said it was rubbish. Good game for the ABs next week as well, says Navatai Lai. Requiso. Hopefully I've pronounced that somewhere near the pronunciation. But yeah, at this stage, All Blacks having more possession, more territory. Will Jordan scoring the 5 tries. Damian McKenzie, though, he had a very good game as well, and he was almost playing a first or second receiver rather than kind of being at fullback, I noticed.
Yeah.
They kind of brought him up a little bit more, and anytime it went out that back line, like, it was just crazy because of the fact that his passes in this game were just golden, I guess you could say. Same with Brad Weber. He actually had a very good game at 9 as well, I felt, up until that injury point, because like that support run as well. But my stats say 103 tackles made by the All Blacks, 3 missed tackles. Surely not.
If that's true, I mean, gosh, I mean, they're the best team in the world if that's true. But my gosh, I mean, that's 103 tackles and only 3 missed.
131 tackles.
Oh,
apparently.
That doesn't. Jeez, if that's actually true, my gosh, I mean, fair play to the All Blacks.
How about this one for Tonga? Out of their 124 attempted, they missed 47.
Yeah, it's just one of those which I think Tonga just had to be a lot more clinical in that sense, but also the defending. I mean, you can't really blame them in that sense. They had a few missed tackles, obviously due to the All Black back line, but I still think they did very well at periods of the game. Like, I think like they had 2 periods where like it was between the 20th and I'd say 35th mark where they did pretty well and actually not letting the All Blacks score a try in that period. And I believe it was like the 50th. The 60th minute mark, it was like a 10-minute period, I believe. But like it was, they had 2 periods in the game where they actually attacked the All Blacks, but of course we're just very unfortunate in the sense where they weren't able to put any points on the board. But I still think if they're like, it's like what you said before, if they actually have all their players available, I think it's going to be much more of a challenge for the likes of Samoa or any other team they actually face with in the future. But yeah, I just hope that maybe something down the line where maybe rugby, club rugby within Europe is allowed to bring players back for these international tests, because it's one of those which I think I'm not going to say it's a once in a lifetime opportunity, but it's one of those which you're playing against the All Blacks. You want to get that experience. You want to have that kind of memorable moment at least, and that's what these Pacific Island nations they're getting this moment now. So I feel kind of bad for those players who obviously have to stay in Europe and kind of have to watch this game, on the TV. But at the same time, I'm very glad for the Pacific nations and what they're getting from this. Obviously they're getting a lot of learning experience from this, a few games. But I also think it's just big for the 2 Super Rugby teams actually coming next year as well. With Pacific Monica as well as Fiji Durian, because obviously a lot of these players I would expect would play for those teams maybe next year. So we'll have to wait and see what happens there. But yeah, just very excited overall.
And we always got Moanga wasn't at his best in the chat.
Yes.
How did you feel he went at 10?
I'll be perfectly honest. I was surprised he actually started. I mean, obviously we made our video beforehand how we said Moanga is the guaranteed 10. Yeah, Ian Foster. He's gonna put. It's just Moanga. He didn't actually make the impact he normally does, like for the Crusaders. Like, he is like the star man for the Crusaders. But when he transitions into the All Blacks, and it's against Tonga, it's not like it's not like a higher quality opposition to just to be completely honest. And Moanga wasn't able to actually get into the game. Like, he wasn't able to impact the game as he wanted to. I mean, obviously he got a try on the board, which is credit to him in that sense. Good try overall. But I think when Beauden Barrett came in, the All Blacks just looked so much. It was just more chemistry, more involved in that sense. They were able to break down the defense much easier. Like, that's why I said that try with Rekoloni was like the best try in my opinion, because it just epitomized what the All Blacks were about and how they could just chip it over the Tongan defense and they couldn't do anything about it. So it's one of those which it's going to be very interesting to see what they go with, obviously, for the next 2 games, because if I'm correct, I think what they might do with Ian Foster, obviously we've discussed this previously, where he loves a Barrett, and that's his thing. But I do think he might go with Richard Moanga one more time, but then maybe start Barrett within the last game. I mean, that's just what I think, but we'll have to wait and see.
Because they left Will Jordan out there, and it was Quinton Pio came off the field, and it was Geordie Barrett replacing him. So did they put Geordie Barrett into the centre? Perhaps.
I think they did, yeah. I think because like they have no centers to go from. That's the thing with them. Like, the 2 positions which they're very vulnerable in and have no depth in is the center position for this series and the left winger. Because obviously the only left winger they actually technically have is George Bridge. So it's one of those which they're very, yeah, they don't have a lot of depth in their position. But I do think what they could do is maybe like, because I was surprised. I mean, obviously you can tell me now why David Havili wasn't involved. Did he pick up like an injury, or was he just not included within the game?
I think it might have been a little injury,
Yeah,
if I'm not wrong, because I did see the press conference, and I think Ian Foster was saying about how players who aren't 100%, like he's not going to risk them or something along those lines. So I think maybe little injury, unless, of course, he did just want to squeeze in both of those Barretts to be able to give them both a go, possibly above.
More the merrier.
Yeah. Got to get yourself plenty of Barretts. He did start Scott Barrett at 4, though, which was what we predicted in terms of
he had to.
Out of the lots.
Yeah.
We have got. I am not watching Fiji versus NZ. The series is a joke. Man, it was not a happy man about the Southern Hemisphere rugby on at the moment. We have got their Fiji's. Some players stuck in Australia don't know if they're going to make it or not. Semi Rajadra and a few more. See, that's the thing. I'd love to. That's the other side of it. If Tonga can't get their best players from overseas, same with Samoa. I feel like this is the wrong time to play a Rugby World Cup qualifier, because
I agree. Yeah.
Like, to be able to play that qualifier, you want to have your strongest lineups, because that's what you're going to use in the World Cup at the end of the day. So if it's like, oh, we couldn't get these 10 players, so we've gone with 10 guys who have been playing like club rugby in Dunedin, like it's one of those ones that it's kind of, I guess, it sounds weird, but it's almost like it's not fair, like, because they're in that situation of not being able to fully make the most of the opportunity. We always go, Hamish, why is your side in Pixel and rugby, which is fine? My connection halfway through this line or this live stream was just like, nah, you're going into quality that is not ideal, and I'm not sure why, because I checked my speed and it was like, yeah, you're good, should be going smoothly, but I got a little thing up in the top corner that says your connection's not good, mate. And at this stage, unfortunate indeed. Southern Hemisphere rugby is gone. It's finished. Japan and Argentina will go their own way. RFE.
It's the best.
Believing and corrupt Southern Hemisphere. This is disgrace as well. Batman does not like us down here in the south, and we've got Fiji's coach said they want to beat New Zealand at least once. Is that possible as well, says Aman?
I would love it. I mean, if we're able to see another shock victory like, the Argentina one within the Rugby Championship, I just think it makes it a lot more sweeter in that sense. But obviously, it's very unlikely with the squad that the All Blacks have. And also, like we were saying before, with the players unavailable for Fiji, it just doesn't look very likely. I mean, Fiji, like the best Fijian squad I've seen in a very long time was actually when they played against Australia in that 2019 World Cup game. I thought they were brilliant. I mean, they just outmuscled Australia within that first half, and it was the best display I've seen from Fiji in a very long time. So if they put that same performance against, the All Blacks, then maybe. But of course, they just don't have the players available. So yeah, it's a bit unfortunate in that sense. But yeah, it should be a good 2 games at least to watch, obviously from the All Blacks point of view, because we get to see at least more players get a chance to play for the All Blacks and see how they kind of adjust towards the test style of play. But yeah, should be very interesting.
So one last question for you. We may even do a video about it, depending on how it goes. So out of the starting 15, how many names are changing in the next match up against Fiji?
I think a lot of the names. I really do think they have to switch it up. I think they're going to give a lot of the names. I think at least, in my opinion, I'd say 10 changes. I think there has to be a huge number of changes that have to go into the next game. I do think you have to keep your core set of players, in my opinion, though. I do think you keep the likes of maybe like, I'd say, the thing is that they have no Aaron Smith. I mean, you have to keep Mo'unga, in my opinion, I'd say. Mo'unga at 10. I would say maybe Whitelock and maybe Barrett should stay at lock, in my opinion. I think those two are solid selections in that sense. I'd maybe go with Carl Tungafe to start again. I just think he's a solid number 1 and really their best option at this point in time. And I'd probably say, George Bridge is probably the last one. I'd probably say it's just because those are the guaranteed people, I'd say, within the squad. But other than that, they can really switch up all those other positions, really. Like they can put, I don't know, Jordy Barrett at 15 if they wanted to. They can put Savarese at 14. They can put, Havili and, I don't know, maybe Reiko maybe is another option, or maybe they go with another center. They can do so many things with the All Black squad, but I do think they should keep at least 5 players from the team we've just seen today.
Yeah, because that loose forward trio was actually it was very good for them, wasn't it? Ioane, Papali, Jacobson.
Jacobson really stood out for me, in my opinion. I thought he was outstanding. I mean, I think he had 3 try assists within the game. I might be wrong with that, but he was so good in actually offloading the ball, to obviously create tries in that sense. And he really stood out for me. So he had a great performance. And like you said, Papali, again, he's just proving why so many people are praising him, and obviously his performances for the Blues are kind of transitioning towards the All Blacks. So that's just a great thing to see. And yeah, I mean, Akira, I'll be honest, he didn't have the best of games where he wasn't able to kind of make his mark in that sense. Where he was very physical. Don't get me wrong, that's the kind of player he is. He can just bosh over 5 guys if he wanted to, but he didn't really make too many plays, in my opinion. I think the only good play he actually made throughout the game was actually his offload towards Mwanga. I think that's the only try assist he had within the game. But other than that, I think Ethan Blackadder, happy to see him obviously get in the game. Obviously, I know that you like him very much, and he's a great player to obviously add towards the All Blacks setup. But yeah, it should be very interesting to see what they go with, obviously, within that loose forward trio, because I do think still the best loose forward trio is Frizzell, Sevilla, and Satutu, in my opinion. But it's one of those which, Frizzell, I think if there's out of the 3, if there's a position in which someone could get knocked over, I think Frizzell is probably the first one, because we have Akira and Ethan Butler knocking on the door there. So it's going to be very interesting to see who they select, obviously, for both Fiji games.
They'll throw a spanner in the works, go Scott Barrett at 6, eh? See how that goes.
God, if they do that. We've even said this before. If they do like Courtney Laws, what they do for England, I would hate that. I personally don't like how, I mean, this is just an off-topic one, but how when you put a lock at 6, it just doesn't, in my opinion, it just does not work. I mean, the only player I've ever seen actually do it well, and this is just because, this kind of a bias thing in that sense, because I'm a Blues fan, is Luatua. I think he's the only player I've seen transition from a lock to, to actually a 6. And I mean, Courtney Laws, he's brilliant for England, but I still think there's better 6s. So yeah, it's just one of those which if they do that, I mean, gosh, I mean, maybe they put Barrett at 6, Tupulotu and Whitelock, maybe. That could be what could happen, but no, I can't see it. I just don't want it to happen.
Right, so on a better topic, I guess we could say, what is your prediction for France versus Australia? David has asked.
Oh, that's going to be, I'm very excited for that. I'm so excited for that. I think if you're talking about the whole series, I actually think the Wallabies can win. I think really, if you look at both set of squads, I think Wallabies actually have a stronger squad, which most people wouldn't expect. France are actually going more of a squad that played within the Autumn Nations, I'd say. They really, a lot of the players who played against England within that final. So I'd say for that reason, I'd say Australia, I think, will win this series 2-1. But of course, the first game is the most important, because if France win that, then whoa, that changes the perspective of how maybe it goes 2-1 to France. So I really think whoever wins the first test, in my opinion, I think wins the series. That's what I really think. But I'm so excited, because I really do think Australia and France, if we're talking about from the different hemispheres, I think they have the best squad depth of young players actually coming up, in my opinion. Obviously, that's a strong shout, because I love New Zealand and everything, and New Zealand just have so many good players. But it's one of those which I've been very impressed by, Australia and players who actually have come up recently. And also, France, it's France. They have so many good players obviously coming up, and they're just brilliant. So, but that'll be a good test between 2 young squads, in my opinion. But yeah, just very excited for overall. Very excited.
And that's only a few days away as well. Going to be, it's a 9:45 p.m. kickoff, I believe, here in New Zealand.
Yeah.
On Wednesday.
It'll be late, yeah. It'll be late for New Zealand time, yeah.
Although it is a lot better than the British and Irish Lions games. Those are all
Lions games.
Fun.
Yeah.
What time are they where you are?
I believe the Lions game today, it should be around 5 o'clock, I believe. Yeah, 5 o'clock. Yeah, so it's good time obviously for us because we're an hour behind, I believe, for most games, so it's kind of decent. And then afterwards, for any football fans in the chat, I'll be able to watch the Euros in England afterwards. That'll be a good one, obviously, with the whole football thing. So yeah, just very excited as a sports fan overall. It's a good day for sports.
Is indeed, but nonetheless, I think we are almost at the end of this live stream. We have been going for 3 hours and 9 minutes almost. It's been a very long one, but there has been plenty to talk about with the All Blacks having their first match back in a long time. First match in 2021, first match we see of Tonga since the World Cup. Matches next week, New Zealand taking on Fiji, also Tonga taking on Samoa for the Rugby World Cup qualifier. But anyone who isn't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button on Rugby Itch's channel. I was trying to work out what way it was. Got myself a little bit confused, but the link to his channel will be the pinned comment in the description. So be sure to check that out. He does do a lot of the Southern Hemisphere rugby as well as us, and he is a good friend of the channel. But nonetheless, thank you all very much for tuning into this live stream. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And yeah, we will see you all for the next one.
Perfect.
I missed the button.